Well, we got bad news yesterday in that James Van Der Beek passed away. The actor, best known for his roles in Dawson's Creek and Varsity Blues, died after a journey with stage 3 colorectal cancer, something we've talked about many times during this segment on the show. His wife, Kimberly, announced the news on Instagram. She wrote, our beloved James Van Der Beek, James David Van Der Beek, passed away peacefully this morning. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. There is much to share regarding his wishes, love for humanity, and the sacredness of time. Those days will come. For now, we ask for peaceful privacy as we grieve our loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. They shared 6 kids together.
Wow.
Daughters Olivia, Annabelle, Amelia, and Gwendolyn, and sons Joshua and Jeremiah. He first shared his cancer diagnosis with People magazine in November 2024, saying that he was focusing on his health and family. He had revealed, I have colorectal cancer. I've been privately dealing with this diagnosis and have been taking steps to resolve it with the support of my incredible family. There's reason for optimism, he said at the time, and I'm feeling good. The cancer was discovered after a routine colonoscopy in August of 2023. Going into the appointment, Van Der Beek said that he wasn't worried, but looking back, he was experiencing symptoms. He said it was just a change in bowel habits. He said, I thought I probably need to change my diet a little bit. Maybe I need to stop coffee. Maybe I need to not put cream in the coffee. And then finally, I took that out of the diet. It didn't improve. And I thought, all right, I better go get this checked out. He said, I felt really, really good as I was coming out of anesthesia, that I had finally done it. And I looked into it. And as I was coming out of the haze, the gastroenterologist said in his most pleasant bedside manner, it is cancer.
Yeah.
It was then that he went into shock, he said, and his entire life suddenly changed. He said, I'm very healthy at the time. He had said, I was in amazing cardiovascular shape. I tried to eat healthy as much as I could, as far as I knew at the time, that has since learned a lot about what actually eating healthy is. And although he noted that it was a full-time job to have cancer, from doctor appointments, dealing with insurance, and catalog results, he said that one of the hardest parts was just simply sharing the news, telling his family and all of that stuff. At the time, he said he was trying to be as positive as he could. He said, I've been really blessed with my wife and kids. I've got a lot to live for, and it's a beautiful life. Van Der Beek, a little history about him. He was born in Connecticut in 1977, got his first taste for acting in high school. He played Danny Zuko in a theater production of Grease. Yep. Which he'd be perfect for.
Yep.
He continued in theater in the years following, but decided to put acting on the back burner while he got his degree at Duke University, despite having a few small roles in films on his resume. So education was important to him. After a couple of years, he dropped out of college, though, as he landed the lead for, Dawson on Dawson's Creek, and he starred along that series from 1998 to 2003. He had appeared in both films and television, starred in several movies over the past few years as well. And, of course, Varsity Blues was huge for him.
It was a breakout movie. You talk about Dawson's Creek, not to dismiss that. That was a huge, a pivotal show for so many people. Marissa, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, that was a must watch.
Yeah. And you know what was great, and I know you have more to say about him, Preston, but we later realized comedically how good he was, the stuff he did with Kevin Smith. And,
yes.
I mean, and it's great when you see someone has something like that in their wheelhouse as well.
Yeah, and following along, after that diagnosis was made, and checking back from time to time with him and hearing the updates and stuff, and you hope for the best, and and obviously it just wasn't in the cards.
He had said that I think he had there was a history of it in his family, and he had not been to the doctor for that. And I think that was something he was trying to get out, the message about, just being on it is really the key, and that he had let it lapse and had gotten away from him. But his advocacy for getting, your colonoscopy, it's going to save lives.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In the 2024 People cover magazine, he had a cover interview. He was reflective on what his cancer journey taught him about life. He said it's okay to not know. It's okay to hit the depths of despair. And that is actually maybe the point of it all, is to go through all that and to look at setbacks and signposts to a destiny that I never would have found otherwise, to look at and to recognize that each awful moment could be a necessary part of the narrative. I mean, the hero's journey is never a straight line toward ascendance.
So in anticipation of this, apparently, there were a series of moments where, and there are photographs that they're available online right now, of him with various people who've been important in his life, like at a sunset or just outside, and just sharing moments, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, at some point along, within the past few months, they had to have known the inevitable was on its way.
And everyone was sort of saying their
They did that reunion
goodbyes.
a couple months ago, and he thought he would be healthy enough to be there, and he couldn't attend.
The tributes are pouring in, obviously. Friends of James have launched a GoFundMe to support the wife and children. I mean, it's 6 kids, you know. And it says, the fundraiser says the extended fight against cancer left the family financially strained and facing an uncertain value. Yeah, you remember he was starting to sell off his memorabilia.
And other people were stepping in to make sure he didn't have to do that. You know?
So the campaign has raised over $1 million so far. People that were friends of his obviously are reaching out and making statements. Alfonso Ribeiro honored his true friend and brother and life guide, as well as Mary Margaret Humes, who played his mom on Dawson's Creek. She shared that he fought a hard battle against all odds with such quiet strength and dignity. Busy Phillips, who played Audrey on the show, shared that he will forever be missed, and I don't know what else to say. I'm just so sad. We have a clip of him from the show.
Yeah, there's 2 clips.
On the clip, here we go.
You want him like I want you. You love him like I love you. The difference is he loves you back the same way, and you deserve that. Okay, and I'm not going to be the one who stands in the way of you getting that. You're free. You can do whatever you want.
He's a solid actor, man, so sad news. But there'll be more coming out, more tributes. I have an update. Investigators are honing in on key items that the suspected kidnapper of Nancy Guthrie wore, including gloves, a backpack, and a gun, and they're contacting manufacturers and retailers to trace who may have purchased that gear. The gun reportedly appears to be a semi-automatic, while the backpack resembles a model with reflective front straps commonly used for trail hiking. Investigators also believe the ransom note writer is from the Tucson area where Nancy lives, and the notes were sent to, as the notes were sent to local TV stations, even if the items were bought with cash, it's possible the stores could identify the buyer if they're able to find surveillance video.
They've done a lot of IDing people, as you said, Case, through Amazon shopping records, through by identifying just sneakers or a handbag. And now the big thing that they do is what they call the gait recognition, how they walk. Listen, in a situation like this, they don't have a lot to go on, so they're building as much information as they can.
Investigators have found a black glove near the area where Nancy was last seen, potentially bringing them closer identifying the suspect. An FBI agent found the glove about 1.5 miles from the home. A new note was sent to TMZ that demands 1 Bitcoin in exchange for the name of the individual involved. The send claims that they tried contacting Vanna Guthrie's siblings as well. The address listed is different from the one of the original ransom note, and the message has been turned over to the FBI. So who knows? They're still grasping us.
So I found out yesterday when I mentioned about the money appearing in the Bitcoin account that occasionally, I forget what it's called, but in an investigation like this, they believe the FBI put the money into the account to just, it's there to see if it would garner a reaction from the kidnappers, and so sometimes they'll do things to kind of like fuel the fan the embers a little bit and see if they can get something going.
Bijou Phillips, I mentioned Busy Phillips just a moment ago, but Bijou Phillips revealed in a new Instagram post that she's been hospitalized and is in urgent need of a second kidney transplant, according to her team. A rep told TMZ that she is currently receiving care at UCLA Health, where she has returned to dialysis while waiting for a living donor after her previous transplant from a friend in 2017 had failed. Since that first transplant, she's faced serious medical setbacks, including the BK virus, which caused both cellular and antibody rejection. While she is said to be in stable condition, her rep stress that time is of the essence. The actress and socialite was born with underdeveloped kidneys and spent the first 3 months of her life in the NICU on dialysis, continuing to battle kidney disease throughout her life. She's the daughter of John Phillips, the Mamas and the Papas, and has full custody of her daughter, Fiona Masterson, who she had with her ex-husband from, Danny Masterson from that 70s show. So bad news, man, and a tough run for her.
Yeah, we just had our friend John Dorenzian talking about, kidney, donating your kidneys, and he's a recipient. He's been doing great for a year, but it's a tough place to be in, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we need a positive story.
We do.
Cruz Beckham possibly extended an olive branch this week, posting a caption-free Instagram slideshow that opened with a throwback photo of him smiling alongside brothers Brooklyn and Romeo.
Oh, that does my heart good.
This comes as Brooklyn has publicly feuded with his family, a feud that has reportedly been building since his wedding to Nicola Peltz. Brooklyn also appeared in other images, including a beekeeping shot with his sister Harper, while mom Victoria...
Did you do a lot of beekeeping with your sister?
Oh, it was all...
It seems like a brother-sister thing to do.
Away from the hives.
That's the one thing you guys had in common.
Yep. Well, Victoria liked the post, added heart emojis. The upload comes as fans notice that Brooklyn has covered several tattoo tributes to his siblings and altered ink dedicated to his parents.
Victoria did like it, Preston, but did caption, "Are you still married to that bitch?" So I don't think things are working out quite the way he wanted.
Maybe she was just curious. I don't know. All right. I love this story. Love is Blind, the show. One of the contestants glued her own eye shut.
Oh, no.
This is so good.
Happened during the season 10 premiere of the hit Netflix dating series. If you didn't watch, Alyssa Finley, who ironically is a nurse, was rushed to the hospital after she accidentally put nail glue in her eye. That's a recent moment on The Pit, by the way, that happened. She explained to her co-stars that she saw a tiny bottle in the bathroom and assumed that it was eye drops. She squeezed a few drops in her eye and only realized it was really nail glue. Thankfully, doctors were able to flush her eye and get the glue out. She was okay to jump right back into the new dating game.
By the way, crazy glue is not a fun prank. I saw this guy do it. He put crazy glue on coffee mugs and then handed it to, I guess his girlfriend. And
it's not funny.
That's not funny.
That can be, that can be painful.
Yeah.
That's not cool to do that. Yeah.
I would never keep any sort of glue substance in my bathroom.
No.
Not at all.
Yes.
I use eye drops periodically.
Yeah, agreed.
There's no friggin' way.
All right, here's a follow-up from a story yesterday. Alyssa Farrah Griffin from The View is now a mom. She and her hubby, Justin Griffin, welcomed their first child, a baby boy. We had told you that she was absent on Tuesday's show, and that's because Whoopi Goldberg had shared that she was, out to give birth. And so she shared the birth news on yesterday's episode.
And I think they did it smartly. If you're going to have a child, have a baby. I think that's the... Right? That's the size to go with.
Yes.
Whoopi shared that the baby was born at 7 pounds and 19.5 inches. So Sandra Bernhardt, comedian, actress, is joining the 4th season of The White Lotus. She previously joins previously announced castmates Helena Bonham Carter, Steve Coogan, Caleb Jaunty Edwards, Marissa Long, Alexander Ludwig, Chris Messina, and AJ Michalka.
That's a good cast.
Yeah.
I can see her kind of being the Parker Posey of this season.
Yeah. She's quirky enough for sure.
Enough, yeah.
Yep.
She pops up from time to time in things. I think, was she in Marty Supreme? I think she
you
showed
saw
up
it.
in. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I feel like she was one of Marty Supreme's mom's friends or something like that.
How great was Parker Posey?
Oh, she's terrific.
my God.
The way she spoke.
It was great.
Talking like that.
It became a thing for so long.
I forgot about that. More cast members will be revealed as the season takes shape. Chateau de la Mazaredia in Saint-Tropez is the setting for the next season.
Is that on the Bon Voy program, Preston?
I hope. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Jason Momoa is set to star in Helldivers, a film adaptation of the popular video game. Directed by Justin Lin, the movie is based on the franchise about elite soldiers defending Super Earth from alien threats, though specific plot details for the movie remain under wraps.
So this is based on a true story?
Yes, it must be based on a true story. PlayStation is looking to bring many of its hit video games to the big screen alongside past movies like Uncharted. Other games headed into development include Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, and a bunch more. You know that game?
I played Ghost of Tsushima. It is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, Samurai. If you're at all, I got into it after. I got into it again after watching Shogun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Helldivers movie is set to drop into theaters November 10th of 2027, by the way. Then one last story, then we'll move on to the clips. Paramount is going all out on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are hoping to expand the franchise across all the normal stuff you'd expect, like film, digital, publishing, and toys, but they're also hoping to catch fans when they are hungry. The company plans to open, and why nobody did this years ago, Ninja Turtles-themed pizzerias in Santa Monica. That should have been done.
Why not?
Decades ago.
It is the food.
Yeah.
It's what they eat. They love it.
So Monterey and Sao Paulo later on this year will get locations, as well as Santa Monica. While details remain under wraps, the eateries are expected to immerse fans in the turtle signature pizza-loving culture.
They should have turtle topping, too.
Yeah. You can actually get turtle meat on there.
Have you guys ever had turtle snapper soup?
No.
Does snapper soup have turtle in it?
No, not anymore. Snapper soup is generally the fish.
Okay.
At least from what I've experienced. But they do make turtle soup, and Ryan is a restaurateur, so he would know better.
Snapper soup, at least at my establishment, my family establishment, we still use actual turtle for
No
it.
kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it's a big draw for people that love it. It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, I personally love it.
Okay. All right. Very good. And is that considered, is it called snapper soup?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we have some clips to play. How to Get to Heaven from Belfast follows 3 women trying to solve the mystery of their murdered friend across Ireland. And here, show creator Lisa McGee delves into her obsession with this type of genre.
I always wanted to have a crack at a murder mystery. I love Murder, She Wrote. I wanted to be Jessica Fletcher when I was growing up. I wanted to write novels that were really successful, but that were like so easy to write that I also had time to solve murders on the side.
I don't think I want to see it.
All episodes How to Get to Heaven from Belfast are streaming today on Netflix.
I love that accent.
Oh my God, me too. Here's the next one. The romance between John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette is explored in Love Story. And here, Paul Kelly explains why the show chose to put a spotlight on this relationship.
It's a story that most people know or are somewhat familiar with, but I think in this series what we intended to do was, bring it back up, bring it out in the world, explore maybe a little bit of what we could infer as to what happens behind closed doors.
Shut the up!
Series premiere Love Story is on tonight at 9 p.m., and that's on FX.
I think I might have to watch that because I remember reading that there was a book I read about them and the tumultuous, relationship, and of course leading up to the tragedy, the plane crash on the way to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy story.
Interesting story. All right, and that is the entertainment report for this morning. How you doing? Welcome to Almost No Sad Bro Friday.
Do you notice that No Sad Bro is creeping earlier in the week? It really is. But this is legit. I say on Thursday by 8 a.m.
Yeah.
That is for me No Sad Bro territory, as Thursday has moved into a very revered weekend component.
Steve said something to me early this morning. He goes, 2 more days, right? And I go, I almost feel like it's one more day because I'm already up. You know what I mean?
Our day is already fully progressed at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't start the show until 6, but by the time that rolls around, it's like I'm already a couple hours into work.
Yeah.
So
I'm awake.
one more day to go.
Yeah.
We're already working our way through this one. And we do have a party tonight, too. I would like to go ahead and give away a pair of passes for you to join us at the Zeta Eta Pi Valentine's Day Bash that we are having at Parks Casino in Ben Salem. It's from 6 to 8. We do it a little bit on the earlier side, and we'll get you a free drink. We'll get you $25 in slot play. We'll have a free buffet as well. And we're playing bingo! go. And we have great prizes to give away tonight. Let's take caller number 17, 610-660-9333. You and a friend, 21 and over. It's ladies only. But we have tickets. We have a VIP set up from Parks that we're going to have your chance to win. We have tickets to a bunch of shows that are going to be there, like The Wallflowers, Melissa Etheridge, Cheap Trick. Also, we'll give away tickets for the Barbecue and Chris Stapleton and Evanescence. We're going to have a good time tonight.
Yeah. Show me the sorority in this country that can have an event at a casino.
Yeah.
Right?
With two guys. That are the leaders of it. Three guys. Casey is, what is it?
Sergeant at Arms?
Sergeant at Arms. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
It's the best sorority in the world.
So we will be there tonight. And if you are caller number 17, you will be joining us as well. So good luck to you. And I have a couple more pair that we'll give away before the show is up today. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment. All right?
Like this, where you pay $600 for two
They're
drinks.
predatory, right?
And it seemed like
right.
so they eventually they were kind of nudged into ordering some food or anyway.
Two mojitos.
Mojitos and two crab legs, like just two crab legs.
Two.
Not two orders of crab
Are
legs,
you even
two
full after
legs.
that?
Right.
They were king crab legs. They are
They're big.
In their defense, they are the big crab legs. But they were charged like $640 or 600 euros for that, or they were going to call the cops on them.
They were threatened literally with not being able to leave the country. Now, I'm sure, no matter what,
that wouldn't happen.
No matter what the story is, that kind of predatory stuff will happen, as you were saying, Kathy. If you looked at the history of this place, the reviews are replete with all sorts.
It's a scam. It's one of those scams.
Scam.
Get in here, come on in here. Oh, we're going to take care of you, and then at the end, here's the bill.
Oh wait, so this place is known for bills like this?
It's now known amongst on the travel, like the TripAdvisors and stuff like that. It had that reputation. Now, mind you, it's a nice place, and everyone agrees the food and everything is quite good. However. 2 drinks, 2 crab legs, $600.
My experience was a little bit different. In London, we ordered 2 martinis, and I forget what vodka we ordered, but it was because it was imported. We paid $40 for each drink, so it was or I think it was about an $80 bill for 2 drinks.
Did they wrangle you into it?
No, they didn't wrangle. We just ordered.
Were the prices listed? Obviously,
no. They were like, what type of vodka, and we named it, and I forget what it was. And then
give me the $40 kind.
Well, obviously we questioned it after, and they were like, "Well, it's so and so vodka," and we were like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, you're not in the United States, so
it's like Tito's or something you just you would get here stateside." We
had no idea, so we ended up paying $80 for 2 drinks.
Wow.
I mean, I've already told the story on the air before, but when I had we were in that suite at the Eagles game, and I ordered wings.
Oh, yeah.
And what I didn't know is I was basically ordering catering wings. And not only that, but beers. I mean, we had so much beer. We were handing it out.
Three.
That was a mistake, though.
Servings or whatever it was.
That is a mistake. And what I'm curious about is if you do make a mistake like that, and it is a legitimate mistake, and before, say it comes and you're like, "Oh, I didn't know. I am sorry. I didn't mean to do that." Well, they sometimes go,
well, so even so it was a mistake, but not only that, but the menu had prices on it, but even the prices were kind of written in a way that it made it look like it wasn't $500. You know what I mean? It was like, it was like $5 wings or something.
What was the final bill?
It was over $1,000.
Yeah, Casey had ordered off the catering menu.
I mean, they brought out, because I had ordered 2 orders of wings, and they were like, "Well, why don't we just bring out 1 order?" They said
$1,000.
Yeah. Wow, 2 orders.
And did you
that hasn't happened here in 5 or 6 years. We haven't seen anybody.
Well, so that's the thing. They were like, "Why don't we bring out 1 orders, and if you need any more, we can bring out more," because there was only 5 of us in this entire suite. I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." And when they brought out that 1 order of wings, and it was in a giant chafing dish, I was like, "Oh yeah, we don't need all of these." And then they're bringing out, when we ordered a beer, they brought out a bucket of beer.
Did you pay the bill?
So we were able to talk them down a little bit and so the manager had to come out, and I said, "Listen, the way this is written on the menu, it makes it, I thought this was $10.
Put your mother on the phone.
Preston, so the name of this place in Mykonos is called the DK Oyster Bar.
Yes.
And I brought and you mentioned in the B file, the people go to TripAdvisor to rip on this place. They do. And so I want you, Preston, to just read these as I scroll through.
All right, the top one is the one from the story I just recounted.
Yeah.
Here's another one. A scam waiting to happen on the unsuspecting masses of vacationers heading their way. The waiters tried selling us food. Each kept giving us different prices. We kept to drinks after hearing about the bad reviews. Another one says, I went to this place on a family vacation and was left horrified and ripped off. Asked several times for the prices. The waiters kept telling me it was cheap and not to worry. The bill was over 400 euros for a couple of badly made drinks.
I mean, it's 1 star after 1 star after 1 star. I feel robbed.
The waiters
that's the
and staff
scam.
are extremely intimidating, especially when questioning the bill. These people are a bunch of scam artists. I really wish I read more reviews before coming here. Wow. This one says, we were lured to dine at their restaurant by friendly, pushy waiters offering us comfort in the sun.
Oh, so this is a full-on scam.
Yeah, we were then pushed into ordering food from menus without prices, but the waiters seemed so energetic, smiling, impatient that we felt obliged not to be a nuisance. Long story short, we, a family of 6, paid almost as much for this one meal of our vacation as we did the entire hotel stay of 5 days.
Jesus.
And I can't see how the prices they charge are warranted. I'll never be coaxed off of the beach again into any establishment without reading the reviews first.
Anytime somebody's like forceful like that, you know.
Yes.
Something's
I don't like that
happen.
approach. I hate that approach. I never get suckered in on that crap.
My sister and I went to Paris. I was only 18 years old, and she was she's 4 years older than me, and there were high pressure people on the street, trying to get you into places,
into these various places.
Yeah. One of them was live sex on stage. I kid you not, it was in the red light district. Live sex on stage, and I go, dude, and this guy spoke English, and he thought, oh, you guys are Americans, wow. So he really started giving us the hard sell, and I go, dude, it's my sister. I'm not.
Yeah, no thanks.
Going to come on, man. You got to come on in.
This is a good way to bond with your sister. You watch a 69 on stage. Or Swiss Nerf.
Las Ramblas in Barcelona is a little bit like that, where they're coaxing you into the different restaurants and stuff like that. But I ordered, if you go to a good restaurant or not, a place that's not going to scam you, I ordered a bottle of champagne, and the guy, the price wasn't on the menu, one of those. And
Be leery when there's no price that you can see written down.
But a lot of times they don't list the prices, and I had it before, and it wasn't like some astronomical bottle. But the guy came over and he said, I just want to let you know. This whatever version of what it was like $400. He said, so I just want to make sure you know what you're ordering. That's what a good restaurant's going to do. And that's when I was like, okay, no, thank you. I thought it was the regular bottle.
Then you go, did you look like I can? Do I look like I can't afford a $400 bottle of wine?
I must look like some sort of hooker.
No,
Casey.
I was like, you're right. I'm not paying $400 for a bottle of champagne.
Casey, when they brought out the $1,000 plus, did you say, how much without the buffalo sauce?
Well, here, going to Casey's story, Jessica has one similar. Hi, Jessica. Good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to tell Casey, don't stress out, because I did the same thing. We went to Disney on Ice a couple of years ago, and we had 5 kids with us, and we were like, oh, can we get 5 orders of chicken tenders, 5 orders of French fries? And they brought back 5 chafing dishes of chicken tenders and French fries.
Oh my God.
And they gave me a bill for $1,600.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
I almost jumped out of the balcony.
But Jessica, let me ask you, were there enough people in that suite to finish even one of those orders of chicken fingers?
There was 7 of us.
Yeah.
And my oldest at the time was 7 years old. I had 4 little kids.
The fact that you listen,
same exact thing.
But I mean, is there a listing for an individual serving of chicken?
No,
no,
there's
but
a little paper menu on the thing, and it's there's no prices, and it's chicken tenders, French fries, fried shrimp, whatever.
So
I'm like, oh, let me get 5 orders. And at first they brought out 1 chafing dish of French fries and 1 of chicken nuggets. And I was like, well, that makes sense. For room, they just put it all in one big tray, whatever.
Right.
And then they came back 4 more times.
Oh, my.
And I was like, what is going on? This is our, we paid $1,000 for this suite for Disney on Ice to begin with. And they were like, oh no, this is all you order. And I was like, oh, well, then we have a problem.
Yeah, we have a major problem. And that's why, like, this is the norm for them. That's the thing. For these, the servers, that's the norm. So
well, they're used to providing food for a suite. However, if there's 7 people, like with Jessica's situation, and one of them is a kid, and you says, are you sure you want 250,000 chicken fingers?
Yeah, you have to explain. This is an entire dish that you're
Chafing
ordering.
dish.
Do you like even with yours, Casey? They should have explained to you, like her saying, "Okay, let's start off with 1." Well, you didn't know what that meant. Like there should be. Hey, are you?
All right,
you
so
understand that there's
250,000 fingers and 51,000 French fries.
Jessica, did you get the money thing worked out with them?
I cried and cried and cried and cried, and they took 4 of them off because we didn't touch them, and I refused to touch them. But it was still $200 in chicken nuggets and French fries.
Oh my God!
4 little kids,
especially when you went the extra mile to get the thing and take the kids to see Disney on Ice, which I'm sure you were riveted by.
You get a week's worth of chicken fingers to take home with you.
Right.
But the thing is, you feel like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like
you do.
How did I
feel
not
embarrassed.
know?
Yeah. You feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
You feel like, and listen, all the time there, like whenever I encounter the people, the wait staff, they're awesome. Like they'll hook you up and they'll take care of you. But there should be perhaps a little bit better delineation between an individual, if they even offer an individual size.
Thanks, Jessica.
And a chafing dish.
So I had something similar, and I don't want to say where I was, but I went in to have a service done. And I was expecting one price, right? So I went in and so I ended up getting quoted this price that was basically 3 times as much as I had anticipated.
Right.
And I was so embarrassed that I couldn't pay it.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, well, hang on to, and so they still have my stuff.
I will use my mouth on you.
But I was like, okay, all right.
Did they do the service?
So there were 3 things that I needed serviced. I asked for them to service the cheapest one of the 3. I go, okay, hang on to everything, and then when I come back and pick this up, I will.
Why don't you just go get it and say no thanks?
So I ended up sending an email to somebody else, because I dealt with somebody online. The person that I dealt with at the store was different. So then when I went home, I finally got the balls to go, I can't pay this. I don't want, And so I emailed the person. I'm like, listen, this is what I thought was, and I was too embarrassed to say something and just walk away with my product.
You should have sent them a note written in crayon. This is my house. I cannot afford this.
But I was so and that's what it really boiled down to, was just me being too embarrassed to say. Do
you think they were being predatory to you?
No.
Okay, you just got confused.
I just got confused, and I didn't know. Going into it. The other problem is when you want to find out how much something costs, the internet doesn't really help you with that sort of stuff. You're like, how much should this cost? And then the internet's like, well,
we don't know.
We don't know.
You know where this happens actually a lot is the nail salon. So I was sitting in a nail salon and I watched them. Do you want this new type of manicure? And the girl was like, okay, well, what is it? And there's a little bit of a language barrier. So they do their best to explain it to her. And she's like, all right, yeah, that sounds fine.
93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Marissa. So we're going to be pretty busy tomorrow, and Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend. I think it's time to check in with the doctor.
Are you ready for love?
Kill Bill with the "Are you ready for love?" at the beginning of one of our interns from back in the day. All right, so Valentine's Day. Do that again, Casey. I'm sorry, one more time.
Are you ready for love?
Yeah.
We got to check in on him.
All right, so Valentine's Day this weekend. Some people do put a lot of stock in the actual holiday, if you will. Others, it's kind of a passing thing. So for those who do plan on doing something, I have a couple of gift ideas that I stumbled across.
A lot of times people get, obviously we give you ideas all the time, every commercial break and the Steven Singer stuff, but you want to do something a little bit out of the box a little bit?
Yeah, unfortunately, none of these are out of the box.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so this is from Elise Dermer, the founder of luxury gift concierge service, Mr. Considerate. and she's got some advice.
Well, sometimes things are, they're the go-tos because they work.
Yeah, so she often sees her clients, mostly men in relationships with women, scramble to find a present for the holiday.
I'm ready for love.
While being a thoughtful gift giver takes time and effort, Dermer points out that it's not impossible. She said the perfect gift says, I hear you, I see you, I appreciate you.
What is this, Pandora?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So here are some tips. Give a gift that shows that you've been paying attention. This means noticing your partner and what they need or want.
Why did you give me a spear gun?
Before you go shopping. Think of things that they could use every day, but that would be an upgrade. Things that they'd never buy for themselves. If you can remember something they mentioned liking, that's even better. But what I hadn't really considered is an upgrade on something. I always think of, oh, well, they've already got one of those.
Exactly.
But you can get a better one of those, whatever that is.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. It's something that they've been using for a while that's could really... My thing, what I had to learn this with my wife, is that I would always go, oh, you're going to have this thing and it's going to have... the wings will come out and it'll lift you off the ground. All I want is a watch,
Yeah.
So I had to know, I had to reel it back in and get exactly what she was looking for. But I have done the upgrade and it works. It's a successful thing.
Rochelle got me a gift the other day. Maybe it was for my birthday because it was just a few weeks ago. But I was like, she was surprised at how delighted I was with it.
Oh.
And at first I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I started using it and I came to her, I'm like, this is a game changer. It's so stupid.
What is it?
It's a little caddy that sits on your nightstand.
Yeah.
That is it's a port for your phone to charge.
Yeah.
It has a little shelf for your glasses.
Yeah.
It's got a couple other. So I have a nightstand and it's just littered with stuff. And when I wake up and roll over and I need to get something, I knock stuff over. The remotes fly off and whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's all organized now. And I'm like, I didn't even know I needed this.
I know exactly what
Brilliant.
you're talking about. I got that for myself, but I was tired of having stuff loose on the nightstand. So if you're listening right now, for the man or woman in your life, whatever, something that provides a couple of charging ports and a shelf here and there, it's wonderful.
Game changer.
You're not an Apple Watch guy, but they sell those with an Apple Watch charger as well, too. You can
Rochelle
hang your watch
has,
on it.
yeah, she has one of those. So, but she knew that I didn't have one, so she got one that was appropriate for my circumstance.
Very considerate.
All right. Also, be careful about going too practical. It says giving your partner something that they can use regularly or that will solve a problem may be appreciated, but they may not be excited to unwrap a toaster for Valentine's Day.
Oh, crazy glue.
This holiday is about a little luxury and some pampering, Dermer notes, but that doesn't have to be expensive. Try to come up with something useful and special, like a little caddy for your things on your nightstand. No, it says like a cashmere scarf to keep them warm this particularly cold winter. So maybe that.
Let me ask you, when you first got that little caddy, visually your reaction was like, oh,
that's nice.
Yeah. And then you found out.
Yeah. And then she put it together for me and I set it on the stand. And the next day I came in, I'm like, you're brilliant. So how about experiences over material things? People love to give things, but experiences can be enjoyed longer. New piece of jewelry can be exciting, but buying tickets to see your partner's favorite band creates a special memory. Giving the gift of something that lets you spend quality time together is always a hit, too.
So that's something my wife loves is experiential stuff.
Yeah.
Like a spa thing. For Christmas, I got her a visit to a spa with her sister.
Those are excellent.
Yeah.
And what about stuff you could do together? Barbecue tickets, something like that will work. My son Carter just gave Rochelle this gift for Christmas, which would be a great Valentine's Day gift. It was a wine tasting at Caramore Vineyard.
And you loved it.
And we loved it. We had a great time. And it was us spending time together, So,
what about that dungeon you guys have talked about?
Yeah.
That's just for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love your photos from the winery. You just posted them the other day. I was just thinking about this. Like, if you are going on vacation, look up restaurants in the town that you are going to and get a gift certificate for a restaurant there.
Yeah.
So something looking forward to.
Yeah. Maybe not dinner that night on Valentine's Day, but this is us getting together down the road. That's a great idea, Marissa.
And by the way, a lot of people will, because there'll be this mad rush because it is on a Saturday. A lot of people might celebrate on Friday, might
Yeah.
Go a little bit
You have all
earlier. Do
weekend to
something.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And if you weren't able to get a reservation, get that gift card and say, hey, it was, let's go when it's not crazy.
There you go.
Or
yeah.
show up at the restaurant, look at the reservations on the book, steal a name.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Froman.
Mr. Froman. Right this way. So,
I always get in trouble for like purchasing things for myself prior to, let's say, a birthday or Christmas or something like that. And, not for nothing, but like my wife just went and like Noah Khan's coming to concert and like just went and got herself. I'm like, that could have been a gift that I could have gotten for you.
Noah Khan came to town?
Noah Khan came to town, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys, wow. That's special. No, you're right, though.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
Right. When you're right around the time where somebody's going to be gift shopping for you, try to stop that.
All right, here's another tip. I'm sorry, Marissa, go ahead.
No,
You wanna
I'm
say something?
pretty proud of this one gift that I gave. I actually gave it to Matt, but it's pretty much for myself. I made a jar and I filled it with restaurants that I want to go to. So when we're at home deciding where should we go tonight, pull out of the jar.
Okay, so blindly reach in and grab
Blindly
it.
reach in. It usually takes 3 pulls to find the place I want to go that night. But
you gotta
it's
stick
fun.
to it. You gotta. I'm sorry. Then just pick the restaurant. If you're going to go through
It works out.
Yeah,
It works out.
You should call it your fight jar because it always ends up in a fight.
No, it's great though. Like when the extra pulls are like, maybe it's a rainy night, and I'm like, I don't want to go all the way to Fishtown. Ubers would be expensive.
Then
So
why do we have
pull
this
until there's some
goddamn
close.
jar?
All right, here's a tip for you guys if you're buying something that presentation will make a difference. So there's nothing wrong with some classics like roses and chocolates, but you don't want to look like you're just checking the boxes off. If you buy grocery store flowers, take the plastic off, put them in a vase, make them look a little bit thoughtful to present, or fill a jar with chocolate candies in pink red wrappers instead of just handing the box of chocolates over. Do a little bit of presentation goes a long way.
It certainly helps if you can spray paint the ones that are dead to make them look alive.
And if you buy a card, write a message in it. Don't just sign it. Don't just
I
do
bought this at a supermarket.
Now, with those being great ideas, I saw this this morning. This is from BuzzFeed, and these are examples of gifts that were bad ideas that people had written in about. Okay, so these are fails that you want to avoid if possible. So someone wrote in, they gave me a scrapbook with the title All Our Happiest Moments printed on the front cover, and I opened it and there was nothing inside.
There's a message. Yeah.
Here's one that says
Reasons Why I Love You.
Here's one that said, he sent me a copy of the King James Bible because I was Catholic and my Bible was wrong.
Here, you need this.
Let's see. Here's one that a dad just came up short on. He said, my dad got my mom a hair trimmer set and wrote in a photocopied card that she got him a few years prior. They celebrated their 25th anniversary this year, so maybe it's a really good hair trimmer, they wrote. All right, 2 years ago, she said, my husband got me a scale.
Oh, man. Now, unless you've been asked to purchase a scale, don't get a scale.
It connected via Bluetooth to an app on my phone, and now I will say that I'm forever trying to lose a few pounds, but that gift stung a little bit. Somebody said, I bought an ex-girlfriend all the classic Valentine's Day gifts, bear, candy, lingerie, wine, balloons, all of it. She got me a turtle that sings, "You Can't Hurry Love." And it took me a while to get the hint on that one. So maybe she was trying to send a message. All right, here's a real bad idea. This guy wrote in and said, my girlfriend gave me a pack of cigarettes because I was trying to quit smoking and she thought it would help me relax.
Listen, I know it's very stressful trying to kick smoking. I thought some cigarettes might help.
God. I knew a guy who one time got a girl a carton of cigarettes as a gift, and she was just like, dude, come on, man.
Really?
I told you, and I may have mentioned this a couple of times on the show, but it's one of the great bad gifts I've ever seen given. My friend, for years, his sister was just not the brightest. And their dad did not smoke at all. Not at all. Never. A pipe. Nothing. Cigarettes, cigars, nothing. She bought him one of those ultra-large cigarette lighters. Where you sit
like a
it
novelty
on the,
one?
Right, you sit it on the desk and you open it up and you light it, but it looks like a small...
Looks like a real
Yeah.
light. Okay,
Like
that's
what?
funny.
Yeah.
Wow. I did, and this is not Valentine's Day or relationship related, but it was me doing something stupid like that. I, for 1 year for Christmas or my dad's birthday or whatever, but I didn't chew tobacco. So I got him a full box of Levi Garrett tobacco, there's like 15 packages in there. And I gave it to him, and I found out later, a few months earlier, he had quit chewing tobacco. And I got him right back into the habit, and it dragged on for years after that, man. I always felt bad about that.
It's a key of Coke.
Yeah. All right, so let me see here. This is a bad idea, okay? This guy said, in college, there was a butcher on campus. It sold all sorts of meat at wholesale. I bought my girlfriend bacon for Valentine's Day. I loved her. I loved bacon. Made sense to me. Skip to the end. We broke up in March.
Bacon is a Valentine's gift.
And then here's one that I guess they were trying to be cute or thoughtful. This person said they handed me a paper that said I owe you on it. Okay.
Those things like this is good for one hug.
Yeah.
Or this is good for, one chore around the house.
Rochelle did get me a gold coin, though.
Okay.
And it said good to redeem for a BJ. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that one.
End or no?
I haven't had to.
Okay.
But, I will sometime.
Who are you planning on giving that coin to?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, you mean with you?
Is this transferable?
I didn't realize that.
All right, and then the one last one, bad idea. This person said he told me to buy myself a new pair of glasses that look better on me, and he'd pay me back.
Oh, man.
Bad gift for Valentine's Day, folks.
Well, I'm bringing you guys a gift tomorrow.
Really?
I'm going to go pick it up. And you guys, I know Steve,
I know what it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
probably give it to your wife, but you guys
Yes,
can have it
absolutely.
for yourselves. But I'm going to get those chocolate-covered strawberries.
Ooh,
from 320 Market.
Ooh.
My God.
I'm telling you,
Amazing.
man.
That's from back when we were in media at Y100. We would go over there and get those.
Well, I put the request because I know Claire loves them. And if you're listening now, Claire, forget you heard this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're like the size of like a lacrosse ball.
Yeah. Does he do chocolate-covered lacrosse balls?
And they are juicy.
Yeah.
That's the thing I remember about them. All right, so we're going to go somewhere else with your love advice
Are
this
you
morning.
ready for love?
Yeah. So outside of Valentine's Day, we can actually, and this is timely as well, we can take some tips from the Olympics and more specifically, pairs ice skaters. Sports psychologists say that even if you've never mastered a triple axel, there are lessons that regular couples can learn from skating partnerships. And I found this kind of interesting. And over the weekend, I was just watching Cutting Edge.
Oh,
the movie was
wow.
on TV.
Yeah.
Toe pick. So here you go. Here are some things. Share a purpose. Having a common goal really helps couples stay in sync. And the expert who wrote this article said that regular couples as Olympians and professionals, she works with regular professionals and couples, Olympians and professional teams. They suggested thinking of your own romantic partnership as a team. He says the biggest thing with the team is to have a goal bigger than the team itself as well.
Like Olympic gold.
Yeah, exactly. Talking, communication is key.
Talking?
In any...
Of course you talk.
But I mean, really talk.
Well, yes, I agree. And articulate your plan. And yes.
Yeah.
It's and remind yourself that you sometimes need to remind each other about why you're together in the first place.
Communication is key.
Communicate, yes.
Yep. And according to couples therapists, sports psychologists, and couples skaters, partnership is what you need there. And in order to have that, you have to talk.
How important is wearing matching costumes?
Spangly, skin tight costumes.
How important is that?
How can you not be in sync with each other if you do that?
I'm guessing you're a couple, right?
All right. Forgiveness is divine. We get mad at our partners for loading the dishwasher the wrong way or for giving us a Valentine's Day gift that we don't love. But imagine if your partner lost you a gold medal. When that happens in skating partnerships, the only way to move on is with forgiveness. And that's true in romantic relationships as well.
What do they say about using an Olympic victory to tell your girlfriend that you cheated on her?
It's trending.
Yeah, it's trending.
Actually, right now.
That story just blows my mind.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, learn to trust each other. The sports psychologist Angela Adwai says that if you don't have the ability to trust yourself, you can't trust anyone else, and that goes for skaters on the ice and couples in love.
It's one of the great things, I know we all feel, in our lives. I trust Claire more than anyone. You know? And to know that is a wonderful thing. It's very liberating.
These things are built over time too.
They're built over time.
If you're in a new relationship, things like trust and regular communication are kind of new.
You're not going to get it with a paid escort.
Probably
right?
not.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I trust you.
I trust I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah,
I guess because I'm paying for it.
Yeah. But maybe even then.
Yeah. All right, and then define your roles. According to sports psychologists, in the best partnerships, the roles are clearly defined. For couples, that may mean doing the chores your partner really hates and appreciating what each one does. So, they're just saying to kind of, work at this with each other like athletes in a pair relationship would do.
Do you know what's an important thing, too, is to show gratitude.
Yeah.
You sometimes don't. And it just little things to say, and you don't need to be showering someone all the time with hey, constantly thanking them. But take the moment now and then to say, I appreciate that you did that.
Agreed.
I appreciate that you lifted me up over your head and we won the gold medal.
And Steve, that will lead us into our next segment. This is from Parade magazine, and if love language is words of affirmation, you need to give them that, all right? Like gratitude. Steve.
Gratitude, yeah.
So even if that's not their love language, they'll be sure to appreciate hearing you acknowledge them and their effort. And words of affirmation don't have to be fancy. They can be very simple. It's showing your partner that you see them and everything they do and that you're grateful for it.
And I'm not impressed.
And I have some things for you that you can say. These are terms that can be used as words of affirmation.
So listen up. This might help you out.
Yes, and these are simple ones, okay?
Yeah.
So and some of them the subject matter is left up to you, but these are way to leads into it. Like, I love it when you.
Yeah. ... And just stop there.
Yeah. And then and then don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, Preston didn't tell me the rest.
I love it when you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I can't come up with anything.
Yeah. Thank you for
being a friend. No, these are all great.
Thank you for being a friend.
I mean, we've learned that it's catchy and yeah. All right, so now here are more.
Thank you for not ratting me out.
Here are some more complete ones. I'm so lucky to be with you.
Yes.
I couldn't do this without you. And sometimes, vulnerable people find it hard to say things like that. You know what I mean?
It can be very tough.
Especially if guys are a little more machismo, maybe, or a little more.
Me, I'm a brooding Indiana Jones type.
Yeah. No, but I mean, saying like, I couldn't do this without you, or I'm so lucky to be with you, sometimes is a bit of a leap for some people to get that to actually leave their mouth. Just go ahead and say it. If you believe it, if that's what you believe, just go ahead and say it. I trust you. It will not be a bad thing. And it's okay to say stuff like that, even if you don't fancy yourself as an emotional person, or it can only be good, man.
I describe it as being liberating.
Yes, agreed.
To know that you have that person that I can trust, and that comes with time, but when you do, it's good to say the word. Say it out loud. Don't take it for granted that the other person knows it.
I'm so glad you're in my life is another great one. I know that I can always count on you.
Where did you get that knife?
You're so special to me.
Right.
Here's another one. I see how hard you've been working on, and then they fill in the rest. ... I feel so grateful that I get to be with you.
Get a shovel and some lime. I did something bad.
I trust you. Follow me. Also, here you go. I feel so grateful. Here's another one. I love our life together. I mean, simple, but it has weight. It has impact to it.
You're amazing. I wouldn't put that in my mouth.
Yeah. I can't believe you do that.
How do you get it all the way in there?
A compliment's a compliment.
Yeah, exactly, Marissa. Yes. All right. I hope you know how much you mean to me.
Yes.
You make me feel
like dancing.
No.
I want to dance
so
tonight.
brand new. What is it? You make me feel so brand new. What is that song?
You.
Damn it, that's a song.
Make me feel brand new.
Yeah.
I sing the song for you.
Is that
Is that it?
I don't know.
I feel like you just made that up.
No, I think that's a song.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Marissa's looking it up. Oh, is that Precious? Oh, wait. You Make Me Feel Brand New. Yeah, that was by the Stylistics. That's the song. Thank you, Steve. All right. My life is more meaningful with you in it. That's a great one.
These all resonate. And I hope for you in your life, if you are, you're looking for that kind of relationship, that you end up with something like that, because it is wonderful to be able to have that.
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
I said that recently to my youngest child.
Really?
And I will
The reaction?
I will be honest with you. I sat on it for a long time because I didn't want it to come off wrong. And I kind of wrestled with whether I was going to say it or not. Because
Here's a toaster.
No, because I didn't want to.
Broadside?
Rejection's the wrong word.
I see what you're
but I
saying.
didn't want to get a kind of whatever, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got a hug, and it was the greatest thing ever. I didn't say my best friend. I'm like, I go, pretty much, you're my best buddy. I'm like, I just, you're the one I love hanging out with.
So do you delineate?
And the other kids don't count.
Yeah. Listen, I wasn't on my game. I wasn't on my game. I had a good run with you. But do you consider Rochelle the best of the best?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, without question.
She's the best.
She's the closest to me, period, person in the world.
Right.
Yeah, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
But, you have different types of best friends,
Yes.
I think. So, but it felt good to share that. But it took effort for me to say it. It's my own child I had a heart, and that's kind of what I brought up about being, guarded and not sure what the reaction's going to be.
I remember there was a time in my life where I was not my dad's favorite. I was the needler. I was the, my dad had his ways, and I adore my dad, love him dearly. But and then there was that time, I remember after my mom passed, and he said, I heard him say it, that I had been particularly, he felt, and hopefully I was helpful with that whole process, my mom in hospice. And he said, that how he felt about me. And I was like, you hear those things, and it must have taken a lot for him to say that, but he said it. And when you do that, it does kind of take a weight off you,
Yeah.
Yes.
I sent my son a video on Instagram yesterday. It was a dad who was wrestling with his son, and his son didn't have his shirt on, and they were doing like superhero stuff, right?
Right.
But I sent it to Seamus, and I said, "You don't remember this time of your life, but I do."
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we did. And I said, I loved raising you. You know what I mean? And so I think about that a lot. Like, so much of...
But I'm going in a different direction.
No. So much of what I love and loved about being a parent, my kids will never remember.
Oh, yeah.
They will never, ever remember the wrestling matches, the floor time that I had with all of them when they were kids. But like that...
That might not be the case.
No, they definitely don't remember.
But you don't think in time those memories will resurface and they'll reflect on them? Because I clearly remember great moments like that.
There may be one or two, Case, and they just don't appreciate it yet. And it's in there, and it'll come to them later on. I'll bet you. It happened to me.
Maybe just from a photo, too. You see a photo and you have that memory because of the photo.
Yeah.
So using these words of affirmation are they're usually pretty simple, and they go miles and miles.
Yeah.
Here's a couple more. I love how well you understand me. You inspire me, and of course, I love you is the big one. By the way, so a couple people texted in. I love when you call me Big Papa. What is that from?
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Notorious B.I.G.
What's it from?
Oh, that's a song.
I was singing it to remember.
Yeah. In fact, we don't have Michael McDonald in the system, but I guarantee.
Are you kidding me? We have Notorious B.I.G.
Notorious B.I.G. All right, so here we go. Notorious B.I.G.
How the hell do we have that?
Yep. We have a ton. I don't know if we have. I love it when you call me. Oh, you know what? I have this sorted wrong.
Here, somebody also suggested words of affirmation. You're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down.
I love it. Yeah.
That's a good one to keep
Especially if you're at the dojo.
Is this I love you when you call me Big Papa? Okay. See, I'm not in that world. I do not know. So, but thank you guys for trying.
But you are drinking gin and juice.
Yeah, is what it is. It's a Thursday morning. All right. What, Kate?
Do you remember when you were going for your black belt in Krav Maga and I said that to you?
What?
You're the best around.
Oh,
Nothing's
yeah.
gonna keep you down.
I do remember that. All right. One more thing. Yeah. Let's let me see. I want to make this one count since it is the last one we're going to get to.
Sending people out there to have love, to find love.
Do you want to hear about what unhealthy couples do during fights, or would you rather hear what the things that people in the strongest relationships do every weekend?
Yeah.
What looking for what to avoid?
Unhealthy, I don't mean physically unhealthy,
right?
Like
Like eating tar.
Yeah.
I almost want to hear about the bad ones because
Okay.
you really
These are
don't
things you can
know
avoid.
how good you have it until you hear.
Sometimes that stuff like
All right.
At least I'm not that.
Yeah, the bar is set so low.
Dr. Jenny Schuyler, PhD and an internationally certified sex therapist, says that healthy couples learn about themselves and one another as they solve conflicts. On the flip side, unhealthy couples have disrespectful or destructive behavior when they fight. There are some certain things that unhealthy couples do during disagreements that just make the relationship even more unhealthy. So here are a few of them.
All right, let's hear
and
it.
maybe you can work on these things if you find that you fall into this category. Number one, they interrupt each other. You need to let each other finish what you're saying, especially when you're in an argument. And as much as you want to stop what they're saying because it's wrong, let them finish. So then you get to counter.
You know my MO. I'm crazy ADD and I jump on things all the time. It's like holding back horses.
Yeah.
But I've learned in those situations to just hang.
Yes.
Because if you don't, then they're getting the impression that you're not listening to what they're saying.
Yeah.
And it's so important.
That's why it's really important to always have a notepad on you. Taking your notes down.
And a stenographer.
Yeah.
Read that back to me. Ruth, could you read that back?
Yeah.
Or you just ask your AI assistants,
Yeah.
what's the best response to this? It's
51 degrees.
They act impulsively.
Yeah.
I don't have any examples of that
OJ.
here. Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that wasn't planned, right?
No. Yeah.
But no, they act before they think. You know,
Okay.
it's
Yes.
just it action is not just action, but like action in words, and you might just say something because I've done that. And I'm like, and I've said something. I'm like, I didn't mean that. I really didn't mean that. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. I don't know why I took my pants off.
Yeah.
They don't regulate their emotions. I mean, that can be hard because sometimes emotions surface without prompting. It just happens. But you need to learn to recognize when an emotion is surfacing and go, hold on a second
You
here.
can do it.
It's hard. It takes
It's
work.
hard, but you can
Yes.
do it.
They yelling.
And by the way, what you may think is not yelling can come across as yelling.
I
to someone.
know. Right here. This is me yelling.
Right.
This is me
This would
yelling
be
right
yelling.
now. And I have been told that you're yelling. And I'm like, I am not yelling. I am emphasizing.
Yeah.
But this is yelling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But emphasizing
I know.
can come across
Can
as
come
yelling.
across as yelling.
Yeah. So
You can whisper yell.
be aware. By the way, shut up. Reality is in the ears of the listener.
Yeah.
And if it's landing that way, then you need to modify it.
And maybe that's worth actually talking about.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's define yelling.
Give me a decibel level.
I am not yelling right now.
See, that's going to count as yelling.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
Well, it's all tone and visuals,
Yeah.
body language.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling right
But so what
I'm flailing my arms around.
I drop down to okay. And listen. The last you love this person or you're in this relationship with this person. The last thing you want to do is cause anger and pain, and so you'd want to try to meet them.
It makes me think of Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own. I'm still missing Cutoff Man. No, maybe we can work on that before next season. All right, they don't listen. Obviously, that comes into interrupting each other and making sure you take the time. But hear what they're saying. They don't take accountability. From time to time, you have to go, you're right. Yeah. Okay. But let me explain myself, maybe. But taking accountability for something that you're wrong about.
I'll say, by the way, that is a liberating thing when you are when you're not doing this performative. No, I'm not wrong. When you finally say, yeah.
Oh my God, it is liberating,
Yeah.
Steve. It really is. When you learn to be able to say, wrong. You are correct. I was wrong on that. Taking accountability, man, it can be the big difference. They leave fights unresolved. Sometimes you got to let things settle a little bit, I think. But, maybe we can come back to this. But
I'll meet you in the octagon later.
They avoid conflict completely. These are things that unhealthy couples do.
Can't do that.
Yeah, eventually.
But learn how to bring a contentious or flashpoint for conflict to your partner in the best way possible.
Yep.
And I'll say this, Preston, just to add on, make each other feel safe to do that.
Yeah.
I know this sounds all trippy and BS-y, but it's not. It really does matter.
Legit. And then number 9, they repeat unhealthy habits. So if you're like, we're fighting all the time, you need to take a different approach.
You need to take an Ambien.
One of us needs to take an Ambien here. And I think it's you.
It's you.
I hate you.
I want to fight you.
I hate you. I hate you more than anything in this damn world. All right.
I want to fight you.
I thought these would be interesting leading into Valentine's Day.
One more gift that is absolutely free. We're having a Valentine's Day weekend here at the radio station. You can call and request a song for your loved one.
That's a great idea.
Dedications, all
listen
this.
to the radio all week.
All that stuff is happening this weekend. All right, that's it. We're going to take a quick break. We will come back in just a moment, and we'll get the Bizarre Files stories that you've been waiting for, so stay with us.
Preston and Steve's Cardboard Classic is back Friday, March 6th at Montage Mountain. Register your sled by February 27th. You could score $1,000 for Best Design or Best Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey themed sled. $500 from Pro Team Collision for Preston and Steve's favorite fail. $200 for the fastest, and even beer for a year and Snow League merch from Pacifico. And when the classic ends, Mountain Fest at Montage begins with the M80s live. Then buy your ticket and stick around for a Saturday double bill with Sugar Ray and Wheatus. For complete details, head to WMMR.com. Preston and Steve's Cardboard Classic from 93.3 WMMR. Everything that
a little extra massage, whatever it was. And I was still there when she checked out, and it was a $200 manicure she got.
Whoa,
she goes, "What do you mean $200?" And they were like, "Well, we did whatever the nail polish was and this and that." And she was like, "Absolutely not." She goes, "It took you the same amount of time to do my nails as if I were to get a regular manicure. If it was a 3-hour-long manicure and there was more time that went into it." But what
was their reaction?
She refused to pay it. She said, "I am not paying this." She said, "You can call the cops. You can do what you want. I am not paying you for this." And they did eventually just charge her what she would have normally paid when she, went in there on a normal basis to get a regular manicure.
I also, I just got a text. I was reminded, same thing happened with dog grooming. And so
dog grooming's expensive.
Well, and I know
if you
that.
don't know that.
And I know that, and I know going in, but I'd gone in the last time, and my dogs were a little hairier, a little bit more matted.
I'd like their butt hair removed as well, please.
Steve, these guys charge me hundreds of dollars,
really
more than what I'm used to paying. They charged me a matting fee, and they just shaved it off anyway.
What was the final charge?
It was like, Hun, can you text me and let me know? Because it was somewhere in the neighborhood of somewhere between $300 to $500.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
It was 2 dogs.
And now you have big dogs.
2 big dogs.
Yeah.
And Reggie doesn't do well with the dryers.
Right.
He gets really anxious. He's not nasty. But he's also 80 pounds.
Right.
So that's why I was kind of like, okay, it is what it is, and But I was like, but I was too embarrassed to go. I'm not paying this.
Right.
That's way too much. And then and I don't know what it, when you just say it's a matting fee, but then you just shave over it anyway. I'm like, what's the difference if you're, there might be a big difference. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not
But
a dog
it seems
groomer.
very pricey. It seems extraordinary. I mean, even for the size of your dogs, that's ridiculous.
Here's a text says, went out in Amman, Jordan, one time and ended up with a $3,000 US dollar bill that I had to argue down to $1,500 in Arabic, surrounded by a bunch of Jordanian thugs. He said everything is negotiable in the Middle East. It was a gentleman's club, and we were paying for the, quote, the girls' time and their $50 drinks. We didn't even get an effing OTPHJ out of the 3 of us. And so they had to argue $3,000. Wow.
That's insane.
Hang on a second. There was, here's one that says, hey guys, everyone should know that if they're in a foreign country, unlike America, if there's bread or anything else on the table, when you sit down, you'll get charged for it.
Yeah.
That does happen. Yes, I have heard of that.
Yeah, and when
if it seems like it's complimentary because it's sitting out, you need to be aware that you might have.
And as they point out with this place that started this place that Mykonos, they actually there is a menu online with the prices that are nothing like what this mother and daughter were charged for 2 crab's legs and 2 mojitos.
Yeah. Hang on, I want to go to John. Hey, John. Good morning.
Hey guys, Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, what's up, buddy?
So quick story, similar to Casey, just being, not sure of something. My wife, it was her birthday. She's also about to give birth to our second boy. This was about 4 years ago. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take you out to a jewelry store. You pick anything you want. Mm-hmm. And I am a man of modest means. My wife is a person of modest means.
Right.
And so we go to the jewelry store. The lady was super nice. She's like, oh, let's look at this, look at this. And my wife was like, I would like earrings. So she takes us to display case. I'm wearing like mesh shorts and a T-shirt. So, she takes us to the case. My wife puts it on. She looks great. My wife then goes, you know what? I really don't. I asked the lady. I was like, how much is it going to be? She was like $3 to $5. I was like, oh, okay. And then my wife's like, oh, I really don't feel too good. Let's just leave. So we walk out of the store and I go, Ray, are you okay? And she's like, those earrings she showed you? And I was like, yes. She was like, that was $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she knows, my wife knows, and it's a similar thing that you guys were talking about, being embarrassed. She knows that I would have been so embarrassed, I would have paid it. I would have been like, here you go. Yep.
That's the worst when you listen and you're a hardworking person and you're there and you want to. And then when you have to really, and they do that on purpose a lot of times, they really hide the price and they make it small. So I'm just very over it. I want to see look at the price tag and say, this is what I'm looking for. You won't waste your time and you won't waste their time. But it is a little weird when you're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I remember in my earlier years of wandering into a higher fashion store or a higher end jeweler, like a big name like Cartier or Tiffany, and starting to, shop for something Rochelle, and then they get to the price, and I'm like,
yeah, you're like Steve Martin. The head turns.
Yeah, you have to try to play off the
that's Gene Wilder.
Stir crazy.
Yeah.
$1,000.
But it tests.
I gotta find that.
It tests your composure.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be embarrassed.
Oh my God! When I bought Claire's the engagement ring, and there's a place in New York called Fortunoff's, and I'm like,
this was pre-Steven Singer days.
Pre-Steven Singer.
Wait, Fortunoff's sold diamonds? I thought it was like
it was actually in Long Island. It was known as the jewelry store. This is if only I had Steven Singer at the time.
Wait, no, wait. No, sit.
I was I was sweating bullets because you're just getting started and you want to make sure that you also want to do something that she's going to like and at least be able to show her friends.
Yeah.
And I remember going in there and fortunately the person was very kind. Again, and we're not saying it just because it's, he's an advertiser, but it's the truth. It's the Steven Singer experience is a lot better. And they get this. They get that you're going to work within your budget, and that means all the difference in the world.
I remember asking a dentist because I had to get it had to have been a root canal or something like that. And I was like, well, so I was presented with options. And I was like, well, how much does a root canal cost?
It's going to be some money.
He wouldn't tell me.
What?
Wait, no, wait.
Somebody in that office knows how much a root canal costs. Can somebody please tell me how much this is going to cost so I know?
Honestly, and it's the truth, and I implore you, you are the customer. Do not feel bad. Whatever your means,
ask.
you're in there to give business to these people.
Yeah, you're entitled to that information.
You're entitled to that information.
Yep.
And if they seem secretive about it, leave.
Let me go to Chris. He wants to comment on the dental thing. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Yoo-hoo.
He just knew he prompted.
It's too early. I couldn't do it.
What's up, Chris?
First of all, I thought when I was on the phone I was dying because I heard an angel speaking to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's Marissa." I love Marissa. When she's on, it's an A+ show all the time.
Oh, there you go. We'll let Bill Weston know that.
Yeah.
All right, well, quit hitting on her and tell us your story, please.
Casey was saying about the dental. Yeah, be careful because these smaller offices are being bought out by larger ones, and they're pushing stuff out. My friend went to one, and they tried pushing all this stuff on her, and she's like, I don't even need it. Like
Zoom whitening and stuff like that, or
tongue whitening.
And years ago, somebody went in for a procedure, and they came out, and they got 10 teeth taken out. And none of them were needed because they're like,
that's not a good dentist.
Money.
Yeah, I would call that
Sorry.
a dentist.
Bottom line, you go into the dentist and they remove 10 teeth that they don't have to take out. That's not a good dentist.
While you're here for the cleaning, what about remove all your teeth?
Yeah.
It's
we have
easy
audio of a guy who just got that done.
Wait, no.
Well, they're going to make the case that cleaning them is easier when you can take them out and put them in a washing machine.
Anybody think about that?
My friend had a medical procedure done, and they were telling her your insurance is likely not going to cover all of it. And she was like, okay, well, we're not going in. Like, you're not putting me under. We're going in for this until I know around how much. And she said they could not, or they wouldn't give her a price. And she was like, we're not doing this till you give me a price.
Yeah. All right. Let me go to Mike. He had an interesting situation one time. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I was in Lauderdale with my wife on vacation, and we were at a resort that had a golf course attached to it. I wanted a cigar. So I go into the pro shop, and they have this nice selection of cigars. I go, oh, let me grab this one. It was like a Davidoff Robusto. I clip the end, walk to the register, and the woman says, that'll be $65. My wife looks at me and goes, you better enjoy that cigar, man.
And you were committed. You had to buy it. You had no choice.
I was so committed, man. I had all but lit it. I mean, the end was clipped, and I'm just looking at it like.
Look,
once you've done that, you bought it.
Mike was going to ask for a roach clip for that thing. He can smoke it all the way down.
I put my cheek and gum to get it all.
Dude.
Thanks, Mike.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God. All right.
My sister-in-law is from Greece, and so she texted me, and she said, I still will never understand why Americans go to that side of Greece. She said, it's all like this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so, there needs to be like an insider tourist information pub to tell you to avoid that type of thing. Wow. It's a big-time scam. All right. Well, listen, thanks for your calls. We appreciate it. We do need to take a break. I would like to, because we've got Tony Danza coming up, I would like to give away, do me a favor, Chris on line one, have him hang on. Chris is on hold for a long time. I didn't get to go to him and see if he wants some tickets to go to see the Bob's Burgers movie. And I'll take two other callers as well. It's a screening tomorrow night at UA King of Prussia, 7 o'clock. 215-263. WMMR from 20th Century Pictures, the Bob's Burgers movie hits theaters May 27th. So we'll give away the last of our passes now. We're going to take a break, come back in a second. Don't forget Tattoos Day today, so text word tattoo 39333. Might win a Preston and Steve themed tattoo from Floating World Tattoo and Piercing. We'll be right back.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Hey, we only get to do this once a year, people.
Coming up a little later on this morning, we are going to talk to Jeopardy champion, current champion, Ryan Long, who's from the area.
Doing Philly proud?
Yep, he's from Mount Airy, so born in Philly and moved to Bensalem at the age of 9. We know a little bit about him, but we're going to find out more when we talk to him around 9 o'clock.
Oh, he's from Bucks County. He's so smart.
He's so smart,
Yeah, I
so
figured.
intelligent. So
He's not from Bucks County. He's from Philadelphia.
But he moved there at
I like how
9
you're
where he
not
got
from
his
Bucks County.
education.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have this
Well, have
little
him tell
debate
us.
with
Yeah.
him later on this morning. But in the meantime, I saw this article. I thought it was very interesting, and it was essentially a forum. People had shared their stories of rules that were put in place because of them.
Oh, okay. I like
So
this.
You did something, and whatever you did from there on, there was a rule. This is, you can't do that anymore. And I was picking my brain, and I know it's had to have happened to me. I know I've done something before with
You've
this.
caused a rule to be implemented.
I'm sure. Somewhere in school, but I can't remember what. But I
kind of think you probably did, but
maybe something will come to me. But I have some examples, and I would love to hear your stories if you had a similar incident take place. So I'll start with this one, where a person wrote in and said, my brother and I got into a cattle prod sword fight at a farm store. We shocked the hell out of each other a few times, and now they have the cattle prods locked up. We were in our 30s when this happened.
Oh, my God.
So they made a rule at the store that you could no longer take out the cattle prods. Another one says, I put a croissant in one of those hotel conveyor toasters, and it soon became engulfed in flames and had to be extinguished. The next day at breakfast, there was a sign that said, if you'd like your croissant toasted, please ask a staff member. So they put up a rule after that. Here's one, definitely that had some lasting power to it, I'm sure. This says, as a kindergartner, I once fell asleep in the bus. I was on the bus, and when I woke up, the bus was in the garage.
This has happened.
I had to yell to get to someone to get me out. So to this day, every bus driver in my school district needs to walk to the back of the bus and check every seat before they park the bus.
This has been in the news a few times where they've had kids and the bus driver failed to do that. And there was a kid sleeping in the back seat.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard, though,
Yeah.
for bus
So
drivers.
this-
They're supposed to anyway.
This probably happened.
93.3 WMMR.
All right, thanks, Ms. Real quick, couple of shout-outs. I got this one. Says, hey, good morning. My son Nico turns 15 February 12th. I listen to you every morning. And having his name said on the air and a fart noise to boot would be a great present for him.
Well, we can accommodate.
Especially since he's all about farts. Fart sounds and farting as much as he possibly can.
I would like to say that's the age you're usually fascinated by that, but it really never goes away.
Most days walking into his room is like walking into a fart fog. Happy 15th birthday, Bubba. We love you so much. Love, Mom. That is from Nicole Gaeta. And she says, thanks, Presbo. So here's the shard. And that's for Nico. We got a juicy one for you there,
I
buddy.
always thought Nico was a cool name.
It is a cool name. Was that the character's name in the first Steven Seagal movie, Nico? I think that was his name.
That's a Seagal type name, yeah.
Above the law.
Above the law.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it was, Nico Toscani. That was his name.
You notice he never went above a whisper, though.
No, he didn't. All right, here's another one. It says, hey, Preston Steve, my husband Dave absolutely loves your show. He's been listening for over 20 years. On Thursday, he's turning a whopping 40 years old. Could you give him a birthday shout out on Thursdays? Usually driving to work, says between 7 and 7:15. Sorry about that, but we're going to do this now. Also, feel free to remind him to not leave his cell phone on top of his car while driving down 202.
Sounds like he's a recidivist with that.
Thanks, and have an awesome day. That's from Amanda Rubert for her husband, Dave. So there's the shart. And I'm going to give a shart out because yesterday I went to a place that I've been meaning to go to for years. And these guys have been sending me messages through friends for years to come by and visit. And It's not far from my house, and just for one reason or another, I've never gotten over there. But last night, Rochelle and I finally went to the Collegeville Italian Bakery, and I want to give some love to Steve and Patricia, the owners. They are wonderful people. They were so accommodating and so sweet. And it's a legendary place.
It is
in that area.
Amazing. So DJ Perry, who's has done lots of charity stuff and always worked through the station. He's asking me to go out there, and I want to go out there. I'm so glad you got to go, Preston, because they're really cool people.
And they had on their menu, they have a St. Louis pie. They've got a St. Louis pizza, which uses Provel cheese, which is on Emo's Pizza that you guys know that I absolutely love. And so we got we ordered a St. Louis pie, and then they brought over wings to us too, which we didn't order. They really wanted us to try those, so we ate the wings and we got the pizza and we started eating that. And then Steve comes over, he's like, "You got to have one of our chicken cutlets, man. It's what we're known for." I'm like, dude, I'm like stuffed to the brim right now.
I've seen the portions; they're huge.
So thank you guys. So and Marissa, I brought you something from there.
Oh.
By the way, they have Stock's pound cake, which we left with one of those. But Marissa, I saw this, and I didn't get it for you. I just mentioned something to Marissa before Steve took me outside. He wanted to get a picture of me in front of the marquee. While we were inside eating, they put on the marquee, "Welcome 93.3 WMMR Preston Elliott." So I pointed out, I'm like, "Oh, Marissa loves this." And then when I came back in, Rochelle had bought some, but I got you the pasta that you love.
Oh, the long, fusilli linguine.
Yeah, fusilli calbuco is the actual.
That's
so I'll
awesome.
give this to you.
Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Collegeville Bakery.
Yeah, and so thank you guys for the support, and I was happy that Steve wasn't even there, okay?
Oh, really?
I come in, and I mentioned to them, I'm like, "Hey, they've been asking me to come by here for a long time. My name is Preston." They were like, "Well, I'm going to go tell Patricia." Patricia comes over. She's like, "Oh, my God, I can't believe you're finally here." She's like, "I'm going to go call Steve and tell him to get here."
Wow.
So he drove from home.
They're good people, man, and you're right.
To meet me.
They're legendary. Their walls are like you remember the Brown Derby, and the celebrities and local notables.
I saw so many of our friends on the walls of the Collegeville Bakery. I'm like, I can't believe I haven't been here. I felt bad about it. But thank you guys. It was a great time. Really, really enjoyed it. All right, Bizarre File. It is time to fire it up.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Horizon Services. They offer same-day emergency service with no emergency fees. You can book now at horizonservices.com, and help is on the way. First story is out of Washington State. A woman living near Paulsbo. It says Paulsbo's home. I don't know what that is. But her home was recently invaded by over 100 raccoons last week.
Wow.
The woman said she's been feeding the raccoons in the area for almost 4 decades.
But that might have led to this.
But she was recently surrounded by the animals and contacted authorities for help. Deputies
I'm the captain now.
Eventually came to her rescue after she was forced to run away in her car to escape the 100 raccoons.
I love raccoons. I think they're adorable. But 100 of them in a house?
They weren't inside. I think they were like
standing around like Night of the Living Dead?
All over the place. So the woman told deputies that she had been feeding the nearby raccoons for over 35 years, but didn't experience the inundation until about 6 weeks ago. The woman said the raccoons surrounded her day and night.
What was her name?
Demanding food. It doesn't say her name. Demanding food. She also noted that she's been quoted prices as high as $500 per raccoon to trap and relocate them. Yeah.
Esther, come out to play.
Deputies said they referred her to the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife to help find a solution for that.
That's crazy.
Deputies evacuated homes in a neighborhood in the Villages in Florida on Tuesday after they responded to explosive devices at a residence, prompting a bomb squad response and a federal investigation.
Is that the Villages?
Yeah, the sheriff's office, the deputy, they had posted on Facebook that someone reported what appears to be an explosive device. Out of abundance of caution, the homes in the immediate area are being evacuated while these items are safely removed from the home. Deputies said in an update that the bomb squad determined The explosives were confirmed stolen from the military.
Oh,
Several neighbors said that they first learned about the situation through alerts and calls as law enforcement activity quickly intensified in the neighborhood. Carl Hoagland, who lives nearby, said that he was away from home when a neighbor called to describe the scene. He said the neighbor said there was a lot of action going on around here, helicopters going around, police and cars and everything else. Residents said that they were shaken by the discovery, particularly because the explosives reported to be military in origin.
Is it possible there's a military campaign designed to blow up the elderly?
Details about the explosives had not been released. The scene was cleared, and the case will be investigated by the FBI. Out of England, a drug dealer has been jailed for 7 years after rigging a series of houses with Home Alone-style booby traps to deter intruders.
Oh, man.
Ian Claughton, 60 years old, was found guilty of several drugs and firearms offenses in November after standing trial alongside his ex-wife, Leslie, who was given a 21-month sentence suspended for 2 years. The pair had been accused of being involved in the cannabis drug trade. During the trial, the court heard that Claughton and his wife had heavily fortified the houses, using tools such as modified crow scarers, fishing wire, stun guns, and even a homemade flamethrower.
No Matchbox cars?
No. Addressing jurors in October, the prosecutor, Helen Chapman, said, if you are sitting there thinking this sounds a little like the film Home Alone, then you would be correct. In fact, that is precisely what Ian said that he was aiming for when he told the police about these devices.
I take a flamethrower to this place! Right on the inside of the door.
Claughton, who was convicted of 3 counts of possessing prohibited firearms, denied intending to hurt anyone who entered the houses, despite his workshop having a sign outside that warned intruders to prepare and get themselves measured up for their own coffin.
That seems like a threat.
He told the court that he crafted the flamethrower from a fire extinguisher to wow people during bonfire night.
I take a flamethrower to this place! Wow.
The couple were caught when the Border Force officers intercepted parcels from China that contained imitation firearms. This led police to raiding 3 of the addresses. About 130 properties nearby were evacuated while the bomb squad dealt with the traps. Searching also found an enormous amount of cash hidden across 3 homes, as well as crossbow bolts, a knife, a large amount of amphetamines hidden in places such as bread boxes.
Do you remember the guy who actually had like a hot tub that a la the boulder from Indiana Jones was set to roll down on someone?
Yeah, it was like an octagonal shaped, and it was set sideways up on its side.
Right.
And it was set to roll and crush someone.
Jesus.
Wow. All right, here's another crazy story. A masked gang that was armed with Kalashnikov rifles brought an Italian motorway to a standstill early Monday after blowing apart an armored truck packed with cash in a brazen daylight heist.
Did you guys see this footage?
No.
It's like Heat. It's like the movie Heat.
The attack unfolded shortly after 8 a.m. on a stretch of road linking the Italian towns of Lecce and Brindisi in the country's southern region of Puglia. Around 6 men wearing balaclavas and dressed in either black clothing or white overalls boxed in a security van before detonating an explosive that ripped off its doors and roof, sending the vehicle briefly airborne. Viral footage filmed by a passing driver showed the blast engulfing the road and smoke as traffic screeched to a halt. The gang appeared to swiftly unload the van's contents into waiting cars, and at least one armed suspect crouched behind a vehicle to provide cover fire. Motorists caught in the ambush may have also been robbed, though authorities have not confirmed how much cash was taken. Police arriving at the scene came under fire. It triggered a shootout that left a patrol car with a bullet hole in its windshield, although no officers were reported injured. The suspects fled, and that led to a chase and an intensive manhunt. 2 men were later arrested after abandoning a white Alfa Romeo and attempted to escape on foot, and a few others still remain at large. But this was a big deal, man.
It is amazing. They believe some of the gang members, Preston, might have been raccoons.
Oh, wow. Well, we know
where they're
from.
Yeah.
All right, and there you go. That is what I have in the bizarre file for you. We're going to take a break, and as we do so, let's give away another pair of passes for our little bit of party, which is tonight. It's going to be a Parks Casino. It's a sorority party, and it's for Valentine's Day. All the ladies getting together before Valentine's Day.
Say 8 a pie.
Some food and drink and prizes. That's what we're doing tonight. We're playing bingo, and we're giving away tons of concert tickets as well, including MMRBQ, but also Wallflowers, Melissa Etheridge, Cheap Trick, and a bunch of others. Evanescence, Chris Stapleton. So we'll have a shot at winning those this evening.
And by the way, you pointed out the food's really good there.
It is.
Yeah.
And the first drink's on us, so 610-660-9333. Caller number 20, you and a friend will be able to join us. 21 and over, and ladies only, by the way. We're going to take a break. Our guests start when we return, so stay with us.
Right.
They made that rule. Here's another one. It says, in my high school history class, there were about 10 of us who were really close friends, and we take every opportunity to make your mom jokes. And a couple of months into class, the teacher made us sign a treaty promising to stop making fun of each other's moms. We signed it, and then we started making fun of each other's dads right after. I like this one a lot, too. It says, a friend of mine in a military school found out the regulations never stated what color the bed sheets for a bed made for inspection had to be in. So this man went and bought Power Ranger sheets and made the perfect regulation bed. And I've never seen so many sergeants lose their cool but be unable to actually do anything since the regs were perfectly followed.
That's great.
Needless to say, the next year's regulations were updated to state that sheets must be plain white. So they absolutely changed the rule altogether at a military school. Let me go to Kenny. Hey, Kenny, good morning.
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road. Well done. Kenny, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning, guys. So I used to work at Tower Records, open until midnight. And we were basically allowed to play any tunes we wanted on the stereo. And I was a practical joker, and I decided that Animal by Wasp was a great idea.
All right.
To play through the entire store. And if you know the song, it's not a good idea. So the manager was right there, came out screaming, and he said, now here's a short stack of CDs you guys can only listen to. And no, nothing good there. Nothing.
So he took this broad policy, and you caused it to be refined down to a selection of sort of neutral music.
Yeah, a lot of Steely Dan in there.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not Wasp.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
hilarious.
Kenny. Yep. Rule changed because of you. Let me go. You guys will know this one. Let me go to Stoney. Hi, Stoney. Good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Yeah. Wow. You sound like you hurt yourself on that one, Stoney. What's up, bud?
Yo, what's up, man? You guys know me. I'm the sled builder. I'm the one that almost killed Pierre.
Yes, from the Cardboard Classic.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
And because of that, you guys don't allow us to use fireworks. Not allowed to ride on the second floor.
Right.
Yeah, I also built the big wheel. Well, a buddy of mine built it. We're not allowed to roll down a hill anymore.
That's right.
You are the reason
Dude, that was
for
great.
a lot of rolls.
Had to do a lot of refinements. And if you ask, is it a good idea? Just ask Mr. Peanut.
Yes. Yeah, so Stoney was the cause of rules being changed at the Cardboard Classic. Multiple rules being changed.
Multiple rules.
Yeah. Nice job, Stoney.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, bud. We'll see you next
Thank
year.
you. Have a good one, guys.
You too.
I have one that's slightly embarrassing, and Steve, you'll have a field day with it. I had a job when I was pretty poor. When I was 21 years old, my job was to drive around Enterprise cars, and I didn't have any money. And so there was a Mercedes dealership where I would drop off cars and pick up cars. And at that Mercedes dealership, they would offer up free breakfast for their customers. But I was also hungry in the morning, and so I would avail myself to the bagels and the coffee that they had out for their paying customers. And
where did the food go?
Well, I didn't take all of the food. I just took enough for me. No, not a lot. Shut up. Just a little bit every morning. But they eventually had to put up a sign that said, bagels and coffee for Mercedes customers only. And I was like,
It didn't say Dear Nick.
That was that's for me. All right.
Well, here's
That
a similar story to that. This says, I worked concessions at a ballpark that had an all-you-can-eat promo day where tickets were more expensive than usual, but concessions, excluding alcohol around the stadium, were free. So I worked that day, and of course it was chaos. And when the lines started dying down later in the game, they started sending home some of the hourly employees, myself included. But I didn't go home. After I clocked out, I stayed in the stadium. Got some cheeseburgers, cheesesteaks, and a soda, then found an empty seat in the crowd for the last few innings. The next year, they had the same promo. New rule for staff. If you get sent home early, you actually have to leave the stadium. So it's similar to you, Nick.
But I understand his point.
Let me go to Steven. Hi, Steven. Good morning.
Chicken pot, chicken pot, chicken pot pie.
Thank you for the serenade. What's up, ma'am?
So when I was a kid, me and my family used to belong to the Warminster Swim Club, and all the township folks used to cut through the swim club to get to their maintenance building quicker. So when I was 14, I was riding my bike through the swim club, and I got nailed by a van. Township supervisor was driving through.
And so then after that, what happened?
No more cutting through the parking lot.
No more cutting through the
Well,
parking
you can
lot.
understand that clearly
Yes.
since you almost died.
Yeah, you took one for the team, for the walkers.
Damn
and
it.
riders. Thank
Yeah.
you, Stephen. Appreciate it. Let's go to Will. Hey, Will. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry to bother you guys at work.
Nah, what's up, man?
So back in the ancient times of the mid 1990s, teachers had copy cards for their copiers at school, and they would sometimes send a couple students to go make copies for them. Well, I was one of the responsible ones, and they sent myself and one of my friends to go make copies. Well, one of my friends takes the copy card and decides to copy a magazine from his father's collection and send pictures around the entire school. And so after that, teachers were never allowed to give copy cards again to their students.
Wow.
Of course.
They killed it.
Because you were working now in the porn industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can understand. Yeah.
Good times.
Thanks, Will.
I love those
Appreciate
last second scrambles because I didn't realize that we had that we had not a common like the Power Ranger bed sheets.
Right.
We should have specified.
Here's another example. It says in middle school, I would use Sharpie, permanent markers to, quote, tattoo myself. Other kids thought that it was cool, so I started charging $1 per drawing wherever they wanted. The principal found out, and after I refused to stop, she put a ban on Sharpies for the entire school. Even the teachers could not bring them in. And then this person writes, I'm a tattoo artist now.
Oh, my God.
Ended up making a career out of it. I will go to Holly. Good morning to you, Holly.
Good morning.
What's up, Holly?
How do you work?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was in middle school. I think I was like 12 or 13, and I decided I wanted Domino's pizza, so I ordered one, had it delivered to the cafeteria. Apparently, they never had a rule about that, but there was one after that.
You're like Spicoli. You got pizza delivered to school.
Yeah.
I did, Domino's, but I had to share it.
And so did they talk to you about it, or did they just issue a statement that said no more of this?
Well, they did. I had a principal that actually I loved. We got along great, and he had to vice principal, excuse me, and he had to pull me aside and talk to me, and he said, "This is not like you, Holly. I can't believe you did this, but good one."
Yeah, all right.
That was that bad. You ordered a pizza. That's all.
Yeah, but they made a rule after that. So, all right, thanks. Here's a text that says,
You gotta
according,
buy a crappy pizza.
says, according to my husband, a 2-beer at a time limit was installed and stated at the Fest House in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, because of him and his buddies building beer cup pyramids on the table, dancing every dance with the Fest House dancers, and generally acting like drunken maniacs. Don't know if this is really true, he said, but apparently that happened.
2-beer limit.
Here's a similar one. This one says, in college, some friends and I used to go to a Mexican restaurant every Thursday and often on Saturdays for their $1 margaritas. As a group, we would go there a lot. And eventually, they put a new rule in. It was now $2 margaritas and no more than 4 margaritas per person.
Oh, bummer.
A lot. Well, so I wasn't responsible for it, but there used to be the thing at the Roy Rogers where the Fixins bar, and people would go and just make sandwiches. So there was one right near my college. And I think this is probably corporate wide, but people would go do that and not really buy anything.
Right.
And so they put up a sign at that salad bar, for patrons only, for paying customers only, because it was getting like Nick, like the Mercedes dealers.
Yeah.
All right,
No
we'll
bagels.
go to Christine. Hi, Christine. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? All right, Christine, what rule did they change because of you?
Well, you said porn industry, so this goes a little towards that. So when my friend and I were 17 years old, friend of the family was the penalty box official for the Flyers back in the old Spectrum. And we were waiting for him after the game. We were outside in the corridor outside the locker room. You could get really close to the fighters at that point. So the door swings open, and Brad McCrimmon And Kathy, let's just say they call him the Beast for a reason.
Wow.
Brad McCrimmon was standing there totally naked. So, of course, 17, I'm like, oh, my God. So ever since then, they changed the rule was that nobody could get down in that corridor by the locker room unless you were affiliated with the Flyers organization. And
or
now,
a 17-year-old girl.
At 17, and
Yeah.
now I'm in human resources, so there you go.
Oh, there you go. So
Man.
you're handling stories like that.
That's funny. And
Yeah.
that was the moment they made the rule. Wow. All right. Thank you, Christine. Hope you're proud. We'll go to Frank next. Hi there, Frank.
Beating your head in with a hammer.
I was hammering in the morning.
All right. What's up, Frank?
I was a bartender, and a customer ordered a flaming shot. And I didn't tell the customer, hey, you need to blow fire out because we can't consume that. And so he goes.
We, as human beings, cannot consume fire.
No,
Okay.
Science has taught us that.
Yes.
So he goes to drink the shot, gets scared, cause fire, drops the shot. It breaks on the bar, and my bar engulfs in flames for a moment. And then, I had to take like a soda gun to spray it off.
Oh, that's
and,
funny.
Yeah, so no more flaming shots at Texas Roadhouse, guys.
Oh,
There you
really?
go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
A flaming Mo.
I don't know if it was you or the customer, but
Yeah.
But yep, absolutely. All right, some other examples. This one says, I got our human resources Dropbox taken away at work because HR threatened to not pay us if we missed a clock in or clock out. I printed out.
93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. Our next guest in studio this morning is the new editor-in-chief of Philadelphia Magazine, and actually has been here before, so we are happy to welcome back to our studio, Christy Lejeune. who is joining us. Hello, Christy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. How are you doing?
We're doing wonderful. Thanks for being here.
She was sort of panicking, Preston, because she remembered having a bit of a coughing fit last time she was on the air.
Really?
And I said, I'm sure you're past it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 12 years ago, I think.
And you couldn't stop coughing?
The cough button did not. It would not cover it. I literally had
Wow.
to go to the studio. You guys are very nice about it. Very
a pleasure.
gentlemanly.
So when did you receive the title of editor-in-chief for Philadelphia Magazine?
I guess let's see, end of October.
Okay.
So the magazine was acquired by Citizen Media Group at the end of October.
They've been around for a long time, have they not?
They've been around for a long time. They've run the Citizen, the publication, solutions-focused journalism.
So as I understand, it's a 117-year-old.
So Philly Mag's 117 years
Okay.
old. So the Citizen acquired
I see.
Philly Mag, which is 117
There
years
we
old.
go.
And so it's a new company. But and I'm the new editor, but I've worked at Philly Mag for many years.
Okay.
Wow.
As a freelance writer and staff writer?
Yeah, I was hired as a staff writer in 2007 and worked there on staff for about 10 years.
Are there any archives of that first year of the Philadelphia Magazine?
There
I would
are.
be interested to see what the article was 117 years ago, you know?
See what Victor Fiorillo was up to.
I think you know probably what Victor Fiorillo was up to.
But I
Yeah,
wonder if they were
same old
doing.
tricks, same
I wonder
old
if they were
tricks.
doing Best of Philly back then. You know,
Yeah.
if they were doing restaurant and food reviews 117 years ago.
I think Best of Philly started in the 70s. So
Okay.
I think, it started as a tourism magazine and Chamber of Commerce sort of thing.
Well, it's with this. Obviously, you come in. It's obviously an honor. This has been bestowed upon you, and it's something you've worked hard towards. But you want to put your own print on it and take it in a way. But I was saying to Marissa, in general, there's almost the bread and butter of the magazine is bread and butter. Like it's very, very food based.
Yeah.
And is it going to continue in that vein?
Oh, yeah. Food is one of our mains and will always be that because it's such an important part of the city.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And your first, I almost said episode, your first magazine being the 50 Best Restaurants is really great. I grew up with Philly Magazine. Like some moms will have Vogue or Marie Claire next to their bed. My mom had a stack of Philly magazines. And when she was going to dinner, she would go into the back and it was her yellow pages of making reservations.
Yeah.
Like this has been our Bible of Philadelphia food scene for as long as I can remember.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Yeah, no, I mean, I do think that has been sort of the bread and butter of the magazine for all those many years. And we still do that. We have this month, as you pointed out, is the 50 best restaurants. And our food team, we have Kaylani, our food editor, who spends all year with her team going to restaurants, arguing about them, ranking them. They just hash everything over.
Well, we talk about this. Preston does a segment. On the show we do it every Friday. The connoisseur, and we were thinking about it, and over the years we would talk about Philly-centric stuff, and in general the lifestyle. It is a foodie town. It's like these food and restaurant and hoagie shacks and the stories kept popping up so much that it's like, why run away from it? Embrace it. And there's something that will resonate for you at every level of the culinary world in this city. And a lot of what we end up talking about is, in general, in basic conversation. Have you tried that restaurant? Oh, you got to have this sandwich. It's part of our culture.
It is. It's a connector, between us as Philadelphians. It is how, the place where we congregate often are restaurants, right? Everybody, all these different people in one place.
Yeah.
And like you said, sort of a baseline of a conversation. You can always talk to people about food. It does unify us. This is what Kaylani writes about in this 50 Best issue. Unifies us sort of as Philadelphians. We have not always a huge amount in common. We do have this in common.
Yeah.
She did give away my little secret. My husband and I will always go to a bar and sit at the bar at a restaurant. So if we don't have reservations, which we usually don't, we love just going to a bar because we also enjoy sitting that way together. Instead of sitting and facing each other and having a conversation there, we can kind of survey the room, look around, talk about our surroundings, talk to the bartender, talk to the people around us, and it makes it more communal.
And Kaylani points out a lot of the bars are sort of stepping up to this too. And where it used to be you'd go and get your little happy hour menu or your bar specific menu, now they're like really sort of rolling out special, like really truly special menus.
Like bar special menus?
Yeah.
So I've always gone, and I love the concept of sitting at the bar. Or like sometimes people freak out about sitting at a high top or whatever. I'm fine with that, especially because you'll get seated. A and B. I have it's always the food's the food. If the place is good, I wanted to ask you if you can move journalistic integrity aside a second. What is your favorite restaurant in Philadelphia?
Oh God. Is this going to get me into trouble? I do. I like our number one restaurant. Which is Kalea. I think that it's one. I have to agree with this assessment. I think she's right about this. What my very favorite. I would say I really also like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
I think that place is really, really
Marissa's
special.
been talking about. What's your favorite slumming it food?
Oh gosh, so many. You know what? We were so depressed this year because Mama's Cheesesteaks, which was open forever, just is closing.
Right around the corner. Yeah.
And that was like our sort of quintessential. The whole family goes and gets a cheesesteak for Mama's.
Their cheesesteaks are huge.
It's like a football.
Yeah.
It's like eating. It's like holding a football. It's not like eating a football.
Where do you stand on the donkeys right across?
Yeah.
So where do you stand? I mean, it is. We have to admit it's a killer cheesesteak. So are you team donkey or no?
I was team Mama's. I guess I'm gonna have to. Reconsider this now.
Shopping for a new place now.
That's it. I guess we have to.
Christy, where was it when you were staff writer? Where was your area of expertise in journalism?
So I'm really a sort of a generalist, but I do a lot of service journalism. I used to edit Best of Philly often, and have done a lot of sort of users guides to the city in terms of, you name it, best places to sit. We did a best seats in town package a few years ago.
That
Where to
works
sit
for
if
me.
you're going to Citizen Bank Park. You know, what are the best seats if you want shade, if you want to catch a home run, if you want to, have the best views of the opposing team's dugout. So anything that sort of helps people use their city.
Yeah. Did you do movie theaters, like best seats in movie theaters? Because those are important.
I don't think we did movie. We did the Academy, we did CBP, we did Park, the restaurant, like where to sit if you want, to spot celebrities and where to sit.
I was just thinking the actual most comfortable seat sitting, who's got the vibrating butt.
Do you have the inside scoop on this? Should we do this?
A few nice places, ma'am. Believe it or not, we've had several. Okay, so you've mentioned seats that you like. The Plymouth Meeting Mall movie theater. The new Netflix theater has nice seats in it too. Yeah.
I think I prefer Regal's seating over AMC's, just for the ease of the the buttons to recline.
Okay.
Yeah, because the AMC theaters it's more of like a touch screen, and Regal has like actual buttons.
Physical, tactile buttons. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need all that technology. You don't need a touch screen to recline your seat.
I think we just opened up a segment
There's
for
another
you.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, you can do that. If people would like to suggest things for Philly Mag to cover, what's the best way to do that?
Oh, definitely email us. It's all over the magazine. Our
Okay.
emails are everywhere. I'm CS Lejeune at phillymag.com. Email me. I like ideas. I like recommendations. Tell me where you think the best movie theater seat is.
All right.
Clearly, we have to do this now.
You want to be dialed in.
I want to be dialed in.
You have this event now coming up next Thursday, which is Philly Magazine's Wine and Dine event. What's that about?
Oh, thank you for that. Yes, Wine and Dine is a celebratory event that we always do about the same time we do our Best Restaurants issue. It's a celebration of all of the great food and drink that we have in the city. So this is happening Thursday, February 19th. It starts at 6, although people who buy VIP tickets can get in at 5, which gets you a little smaller crowd. You're first in line.
Right.
We have all these chefs who come and bring food and represent dozens and dozens of restaurants. And then we have wine vendors, too, who show up. And so it's just sort of you wander around and, movable feast. Eat your face off.
My wife has been a number of times and loves the event, so it's been going on for years. And it's definitely very curated.
Christy, are there any kind of new approaches since, this is your first issue that you were the editor-in-chief of? Are there any direction changes that you're working on or thinking of, concepts?
We are. So with the merger with The Citizen is a sort of solutions-based journalistic enterprise. So it's about looking at problems, but also looking for solutions to problems. So,
Right.
Philadelphia could do this better. And look, here's a model in another city. It's been done before, right? And so we're trying to, with the influence of The Citizen, we're interweaving a little bit more of that sort of civic solutions-focused journalism, but still sticking with our mains at Philly Mag. So really super deep dive, good quality storytelling. And like I said, really trying to stay timely and offer good service, like how to use your city, how to love the city better, how to get the insider tips, like what you need to know to make the best and to make the most of living here.
And you guys, obviously, you want to move the product. You want to sell the magazines. You want to get people to subscribe and all of that. So publications have to juggle with journalistic integrity and sensationalism as well. And so you want to do splashy, cool things that people are going to go, oh my God, or even
100%.
Things that are controversial to move stuff like that. Where do you feel? What do you feel in that realm?
I mean, my feeling is if you give people something that's good to read, they're going to want to read it. And so things, that you don't chase boring stories if they're boring. So it's, nobody will read it. You don't have a product if people don't want what you're giving them. In the February issue, we got the exclusive interview with the ousted director of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, Sasha Suda.
It's a big controversy because the big name change and direction only to reverse course. And so you give a peek into how that happened?
And it was we got the exclusive peek into how that happened. And it was a big, juicy, very scandalous story. And, it's true deep dive journalism that's explaining what happened at this cultural institution that's, a crown jewel in Philadelphia.
Right.
And then, this woman got fired and there was a fight on the board. And, the sort of the power, the movers and shakers in the city are divided into two factions. And it was it's a really, really good, juicy story.
Yeah.
And, I think it is buzzy. But it's also good journalism. So I think that's the key. You do both, right?
Right. And
have you thought about changing the name to Magazine Philadelphia?
Because it worked so well for them.
Eventually,
I mean, there's some things you just don't F with, and then people will let you know quickly about that. So I wanted to ask you in general, going forward and from where you thought it was, you had one issue out, what you thought it would be and what it is. Any surprises? Any things that are like, I didn't realize that was going to be part of the gig, or that you had to that you had to do all the typing.
Gosh, that's a good question. I think
because I just say not to jump in because it's. Magazines and newspapers have been the stories of movies and how they're and hitting the going into the editor, and we got to run with this. And so there's all these sort of things and these dynamics, and we sort of romanticize it. Is that part of it as well, or is it?
I mean,
is that overstated?
Well, like everything, it's always over romanticized. I wish that we lived in the magazine world of the movies.
Stop the prices.
I'd be dressed so much better.
But
I think I was surprised because you hear so much about publishing and that nobody is paying attention and that nobody is caring about traditional print media anymore. And I haven't ever really believed that in my gut.
Yeah.
But then, came into this job and was pleasantly surprised about how much interaction and how many opinions people come to us with. Evidence would show that people actually do really care and engage with print media, at least based off all of the feedback I'm getting, and people who are legitimately angry over something like 50 Best Restaurants because it doesn't jibe with their opinions of what the restaurants would be. But this is all a good sign. Angry people.
Right.
People
are
saying, you guys
passionate.
are so stupid, or people saying, you got this exactly right. Whatever they say, they're still really engaged and connected to us. And that has been a really pleasant surprise.
Good.
Because it doesn't fit with that sort of meta-narrative that you hear all of the time.
Good to hear that.
One of the things you never know is going to happen when the new boss comes in is what goes, what stays. And I flipped to the back page, the One of Us, which it's one of my favorite parts of the magazine. It's the very last page, and it's a feature of one person.
Yeah.
And it's a little Q&A thing, quick questions, quick answers. So that's sticking around.
Well,
which
it is
good.
for now. Well, it is
Oh.
for now. Yeah. Well, yeah, we have a redesign planned.
The two of us?
So we're going to have
So that might go away?
Sold. Well, at least in its current iteration, it might stay. Maybe it moves in the magazine. Maybe it goes online. Maybe this is a vote for keeping it. We have a redesign in the works, so it's going to get a nice, a freshening up. It's going to look a little bit different. We are trying to move into a new era and say okay, this is a new era. So it
You know what you should have? You should have what they call a person like the forum where people can relay their sexy stories.
Yes. Anonymously.
Oh, bring back misconnections.
Misconnections. What about personal ads? This is actually coming.
Misconnections was fun to read.
Yeah.
I think so. With the synergy between the online and the magazine itself,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
More often than not, I'm checking the online component, but we get the magazine as well, which I flicked through and hold on, as you were talking about, Marissa, with your mom using it as okay. Here's my guide. Is it a tough thing to keep them both running concurrently, or is it?
Yes.
What's the dynamic? It is.
The answer to that
short
is
answer,
yes, it is. That's our sort of never-ending goal and project is to keep fresh, daily, exclusive-only online journalism, and also, showcase our print product online.
Right.
And we now also have a podcast, which is also new. That was part of the new era. So
Okay.
we're trying to, tell stories across platforms people use. So if you like print, then you buy print. If you are an online reader, you get everything that Philly Mag Print has, plus, all of our online only exclusive journalism, right? And that now also includes The Citizen. And so the idea is at any moment, hopefully you can go to our podcast, our website, our magazine, and read something and find something that you connect to and find something that you care about, and go to the website a few times a day because we're constantly updating new stories. But yes, obviously it is a challenge.
No, yeah. So that's cool. I'll tell you what, though, it's funny whenever anything's been done on us, and if it's online or when you see it in print. There's an extra glow to seeing it, in a magazine article, in a newspaper article, and or a book or whatever. When Todd Glass, who's a friend of the show, wrote a book and he mentioned us in the book. And it's just cool to see that.
Yeah. No, listen. I'm a diehard print girl and always will be. And there's something, the tactile nature, holding it, and then the beautiful photography and the feel of the paper. This is always where my heart is. But also, I read 90% of what I read on my phone, like the rest of the world. So you have to do all, and you have to do both. And now you can listen.
Don't forget the smell, too.
Yes.
I'm smelling the magazine right now.
That's
right.
I was
It's
at
all
the
part of the whole atmosphere.
I was at the Wine and Dine event last year, and the gentleman came up to me and he's like, "I'm the one that packs your magazines and mails them to the radio station every year."
Oh.
And it was just seeing that face to face, and we just connect over a magazine all the time.
That's so nice.
You said you are a print girly. How was it writing your first letter to the editor?
Oh my God, I had it. It was more stressful than I thought. I waited until the last minute because we had to get the issue out the door. So it was the last thing I did.
Was it like one of them forum letters?
It felt for a second. There was a moment at 9:00 the night before it had to leave, and I was
saw him
writing.
working in the field. Now, no, that's your entree. That's your
no pressure.
This is
no
me.
Pressure.
Yeah,
I know. I tried to approach it very casually, but I almost had a panic attack halfway through the night, and got it done. But it is. It's a fun part because it's the only place where it can speak directly to the readers, speak directly to people.
So what do you do with this issue? Do you put it in a frame, or you have to? This has to be the most special one at home and everything.
I haven't even thought about it because the second this issue is done, we're working on March and April and May.
Right.
So, but I will keep it. I will do something. I will do something with it.
Any special 250th year anniversary, probably, or just things because it's a year-long celebration? So
both. I mean, we're planning a lot of special things that I can't quite talk about yet. But but yeah, we're going to try to blow it out. It's a big year.
Okay.
Again, no pressure. We're welcoming the whole world to Philadelphia.
You know what I never quite got a handle on? Because things do change and staffs get reduced and it's all part of the deal. How many people approximately are actively working on Philly Mag?
Between the two editorial, if we're talking about writers and editors and the editorial staff, I'm going to say it's ends up being about, probably about 15, I want to say.
See, that seems surprisingly small for the amount of output.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. And you have a lot of really smart, talented, very, very hardworking people. And then we're lucky because we have such a nice stable of very talented freelancers too. So we have a lot of regular contributors and people, who know this city and, are seasoned journalists. But
we saw our own Dr. Mike has he's all of our doctors and he has his now feature.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
We have a regular column with Dr. Mike who what a character.
Yeah.
How lucky. You just let him talk. You just hold the microphone to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
let him go.
So he's doing our Ask Dr. Mike column every other week on our Be Well Philly online. And so our health and wellness editor asks him some pressing medical question and then just lets him riff, and he does such a good job.
Yep.
And
he's a pro. I tell him he really needs like a real agent because he's an entertainer. The thing is, paramount to him is great medical care and being dialed into his patients. But he's really good at being on camera and on air.
And what a caring human being. I've only talked to him once or twice, but he'll say, "You should come see me. I should be your doctor." Ends every phone call with, "I love you." And
he is one of the greatest human beings that ever lived. Aren't you, Dr. Mike Sirigliano?
Excuse me, someone owes me a phone call.
I need to call him.
Oh, yes. We won't get into any HIPAA stuff. Larry said you were going to call me and you didn't get. I didn't hear a call. I've been waiting by the phone crying.
You are now in the realm. You are now. I remember Dr. Mike's. When we first started interacting, he's my dear friend to all of us, and I love him dearly. But his entree was, "Come over to the dark side," is what he kept saying, and haven't regretted it since. So you heed that advice and call him.
I you know what I'm doing instead of calling him is being on the Preston and Steve show.
Listen, same thing.
He's a
P1. We discuss everything on this show.
Yeah, we do.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I didn't mean to interject, but I love you, and call me, and I'm honored to be part of the entourage over there. You guys are great. You rock,
Absolutely.
and I love you all.
We love you.
too.
Dr. Mike. All right, we'll see you later.
Did he call in after I brought that up, or was he already there?
No, he called when you mentioned his name. I mean, the phone lit up immediately.
Oh, my God.
And here's the thing. So I always have to introduce him as from Penn Medicine and Fox 29, and now I'm going to have to add Philadelphia Magazine. Dr. Mike Sirigliano, whenever he calls in. So we'll make sure that we have
What
that.
a coup. What a good guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the absolute best. Well, listen, congratulations. And we're looking forward to, the changes and things that are going to be taking place and the things that we're used to and that we like as well. But so far so good. And obviously we'll be talking to you. And let's hit the event one more time. It's the Wine and Dine event, Thursday, February 19th at the Kimmel Center. Tickets to PhillyMag.com.
Yes, and there's a 15% discount code on the site that people can use.
Okay.
And if you're listening to this, you can also use WineDine25 for a 25% discount code.
Wine Dine 25.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is a much storied, revered event, and it's the best of the best. So good luck with that. I'm sure it'll be a hit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right, thank you, Christy.
Appreciate
being here. Christy Lejeune, guys, editor-in-chief at Philly Mag. We will take a break. We'll come back in a moment. Fitz Dog. Greg Fitzsimmons will be joining us next. Stay with us. Stating that what they were threatening was illegal, highlighted it, and put it in the HR box when no one was around. Our HR rep threw an unholy fit and tried to figure out who put the paper in her box. And from then on, everything had to be handed in personally instead of a box.
I can see that.
And they went on to say, in our defense, the phones didn't always work and the clock-in system was really unreliable. So that's why they had made that complaint. Another one says, I already did that one. My younger brother was always late to school and tardy every day. He eventually figured out that if you just skipped first period altogether and showed up to his second period, he was counted as being at school with no late penalty since he was at second period on time. And they had to change that the following year.
So the rule would accommodate just going to second period, and he would be listed as
present for the day.
As present for the day,
but with no tardy for the first class. Right. Okay, that's gaming the system.
Right.
Yep.
Need to adjust that.
Let's go next to him. We're taking calls on a rule that was made because of something you did, and I will go to Kenny next. Hey, Kenny. Good morning.
Hey, Kathy, it's Jay. I heard your mixtape, and I want to take you back.
Wait, do you know Jay, or did I say his name on the air?
MMRBQ 2026, Saturday, May 9th at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, featuring Godsmack, Alice Cooper, The Hooters, Everclear, plus Des Rocks, Cami Kehoe, Lilac, our local shots opener, The Circus Hearts, and the Preston and Steve side stage with live band karaoke with Sidearm. It's always an all-day party, so don't miss out. Early bird tickets start at just $35 to sit your ass in the grass. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com from 93.3 WMMR. Everything that rocks.
His name on the air.
That's great. Very astute, Kenny. What's up, man? What'd you do?
So in middle school, you know, like you get changed in the locker rooms for like gym class. It's the first time you're all excited to use deodorant and be like a man.
Right.
Well, we were in we were in the back of the bus, and we decided some kid, I'm not going to say his name, but he brought a lighter, and we were making fireballs in our hands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shooting flamethrowers. And the next year, our bus driver would not allow those deodorants in his bus, so I had to use stick.
Okay. You had to use a stick from there.
Yep. And it was only our bus driver. It wasn't the whole school. It was just our bus driver. He was just an old grouchy fool.
Oh, yeah. You didn't like you making fireballs on the bus.
Come on, dude. We're just making fireballs on a
that's
moving
all.
vehicle that is powered by gasoline.
That's funny.
Wow.
All right,
I
thanks,
love it.
Kenny. Appreciate it. Here's a follow-up to our call earlier from Christine, who saw the Flyers players naked. This text says, I was dating Christine, and I was with her when that happened. I saw Brad McCrimmon's junk.
That's
so
hilarious.
they were a part of the whole thing. So, yep, legitimizing.
So that was a well-known legend with him?
I don't know. I just said his name, the Beast.
Now it is,
So-
yeah.
All right, here's another text that says, I made a fake penis out of clay in middle school, and I waved it around on the back of the bus and got caught. They had no more clay in art class because of my wiener.
Well, we are in the broadcast industry, and we have tons of fake penises around here. So
we got loads. Yeah. Let's go next to Justin. Hey, Justin, good morning.
Hey, good morning. You guys rock.
Thank you, sir. What's going on, Justin?
So back in high school, one summer, me and a buddy, hot day, went to a 7-Eleven. And they have the big 100-ounce mugs for soda. Well, the little deal was buy the mug, get a free soda. Well, we decided to fill it full of the slushie instead. So we fill full of Slurpee, go to the register. She can't charge us because she doesn't have it because it's not listed as an actual drink as for the soda because we weren't supposed to fill it up. So we got the free 100-ounce Slurpee, went back the next day with the same mugs, and they plastered paper all over saying we couldn't fill it up with Slurpee anymore.
Oh, there you go. Yep. You gamed the system for one day, though.
One day.
Yeah, I remember that. There was a big thing where remember the one where you could bring in your own receptacle?
They do that like once a year.
Right.
Yeah, where you can bring in your own.
Whatever
your
you
own
want.
one. But they sold him that one.
Yeah.
But it was just made for sodas. Here's another one that says, when I used to walk home from school, I had to walk next to the road to get to my house. And one day, I decided to see if I could walk with my eyes closed.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's...
And as I walked, I didn't feel the transition from gravel to road, so unknowingly was walking on the road, and I heard a noise and looked behind me. A line of cars had formed, but none of the cars had honked, and I immediately ran off into an orchard, but later learned why nobody honked, because 2 weeks later, they put up signs that said deaf child area on both sides of the road. They thought I was deaf, so they didn't honk.
Oh, my God.
And so they put those.
So wait, that's another thing though. Do you ever try? I try to get around my house sometimes with my eyes closed.
Do you really?
Yeah, like I've tried it to see if I know how many steps
never do that.
to the door.
I've done it a few times just to see because I wake up in relative darkness and I try not to turn the lights on to wake anybody else up, and I'm like, I wonder if I could
do that.
Walk from here to there without bumping into something. Yeah.
I'm usually not that successful. I'm good with the light switches. I know where they are.
It seems kind of goofy for you to do that.
I know.
Let me go to next to Carl. Hey, Carl, good morning.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! All right, Carl, so they made a rule because of what?
So in high school, we were allowed to leave for lunch and get in our vehicles, go uptown, get whatever we wanted. My health teacher was betting that I couldn't make it to Delaware because that's where Taco Bell was. To Taco Bell and back before the period ended. So I jumped in my Mustang, hauled ass across the Delaware Bridge.
It's like Smokey and the Bandit.
That's basically
Steve.
it.
Yeah.
You're encouraging excessive driving, excessive speed.
That's where it comes into play because when I got back into town, I was worried about time, so I'm going 75 down Broadway, and the cops pull into the high school behind me as I'm carrying Taco Bell in.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was the last to be able to leave.
Oh, so they made a rule you couldn't leave campus anymore.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you ruined it for everybody. I blame the teacher.
So do I.
I blame the teacher, Carl.
What's that?
I said I blame the teacher on that one.
Oh, he was awesome. I can't, I'm not going to.
All right.
That's I bet you can't get there and back.
I wonder when because when I was in high school, they allowed us to leave campus at lunch as well. If you had a car,
right.
At some point that stopped, but we took advantage of that every day.
It was huge in my high school. I think, and then there was one part where of the year where a kid got hurt. And I think that's what put the kibosh on it.
All right. Well, awesome examples. Thanks for your call. Think about that today. Talk amongst your friends. They made a rule because I did this. We got to take a break because we're going live on Fox Good Day
Yes,
today.
that's right.
Let's break and come back with that as well. The Bizarre File coming up too. Stay with us. We'll return shortly.
Well-made displays.
I think it was a Pokemon. Yeah. And this kid apparently knocked it over and broke it.
Like smashed it.
And what the guy didn't know, the dad didn't know, is it was like
$5,000.
Yeah, it was like this $7,000 thing. And sorry, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Now they went back and they ended up watching video, and the kid wasn't like playing around with it or something like that. He had
just knocked it
he had
over.
leaned on it or something along those lines, and so he knocked it over and it
But I would imagine like bigger stores, I don't know where they are, they have some sort of insurance that if something like that happens, you're not going to make the parent pay for $1,000 ceramic Pikachu.
I've heard stories of again,
I've seen
the old adage is you break it, you bought it.
Right, you break, you buy it. And I've seen that at like smaller stores, especially if they sell glass items, especially down the shore. Like some of those, little shops down there, if you take the kids in, you could see everybody tense up and like there's a little sign that says, things. You bring it, you buy it.
I can see, you can see the owners, like if you walk in, and so we don't have kids, but when people come in with like small kids into places like that, like in New Hope,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I'm like,
My words before I go in are don't touch anything.
Yeah. No, and I get nervous around stuff like that. If there's shelves with like hundreds of plates or just fragile things.
Yeah.
Like I purposely bring my arms in closer to my body as I walk along.
Likewise.
I try to shrink myself up as much as possible because I know I'm just going to knock something over.
Some help, please?
Yeah.
Because you're terrible. Because you could walk. If you were to go, the way you normally go through, you knock over one thing, you're looking at $300 or $400. You know.
I see Jace's eyes though. Like I watch him, and he's like, "Oh, mom," and what's this? And like he wants to touch it, So that's his way of being like, "Oh, what? I was just asking what it was. I wanted to see what it was. Put it
Don't touch it
down. Don't touch it.
Kill you.
It's $10,000."
So I definitely want to hear the you broke it, you bought it stories, 215-263-WMMR, whether it was you or your kid or whatever, because we've all had that happen.
So I don't know if she ever had to buy it. She might actually be listening right now. But I had a friend who was at a store, and there was in the middle of the store was a nail polish set up. And I think she tripped and fell, and she fell into the nail polish, and all of the nail polish shattered on the floor, broke. Wait, she pretended like she was passed out because she didn't want to get up.
Shut up.
She pretended like she was like knocked out.
Oh, that's great.
And so when they got her up,
that's
she was
great.
like, oh my God.
I'm pretending I passed out.
Yeah. She said it's the whole store smelled like nail polish. She didn't know what to do, and so like her friends like escorted her out, and she pretended like she was like super hurt. Meanwhile, they got into the car and they were like hysterical laughing.
Did she just say things like, "I hope the baby survives"?
Oh my God. What I was going to ask, and I've never done this myself, is if you've ever broken something and then try to like hide it on a shelf, underneath other things, or shove it way in the back.
Oh, right.
But that's a much better story.
Yep.
You
Oh, my
pretend you're
God.
just pretend. That's good advice, though. If you break something, pretend you passed out.
By the way, a side subject from this, but whenever you see a movie or a TV show and somebody's walking through the store and there's an elaborate display of some kind of a pyramided...
You know what's going to happen.
You know what's happening, right?
It's like the guys in the movies who have large panes of glass that they're walking across the street with those suction things. You know it's going to happen.
All right, let me get some calls here. I'm going to go with Kyle. Hey, Kyle, good morning.
Hey, Mom, turn the radio down.
What's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's going on? So what if a guy threw a shoe at me? Good morning, guys. When I was a little kid, the local grocery store had like this big, huge display of tomato sauce. They had this like huge family-sized jar. And like any other kid, I'd get lost in the grocery store and wander around. And it was back in the day when your parents didn't care. They kind of hoped that one or two of you wandered off.
Right.
93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Marissa. Our next guest will be at Helium Comedy Club tomorrow night. The Saturday shows are sold out. There is a Sunday show, very rare Sunday show, 7 p.m., by the way. And he doesn't get here until tomorrow after our show. Otherwise, he would be here in our studio because we love him, and I think he loves us, too.
I think he does. He does a lot of these shows, but I think we have a special spot in his heart. And I'm saying that now while his mic is off.
That's right.
So that we can just live in that realm.
I'll turn it on now.
All right, there we go.
It's Greg Fitzsimmons. The Fitz Dog. What's up, brother?
Well, you guys undersell our relationship because I do. I travel the country, and I always say this is my favorite radio. My father's dead.
Yeah.
My father's dead. He had a radio show, and it was better than you.
Wow. We understand. Yeah, no, you'd
But
have
in
to.
the wake of his absence,
Yeah.
you guys have stepped up, and let's not kid ourselves. Not for that much longer. I mean,
Yeah. Listen, there's more behind us than in front of us. You know, it's the truth. But you do your best. You want to go out swinging. And well, let me ask you. This is a question. Funny you should bring this up. You work very hard. You tour very hard. Do you have? And I already know the answer before I ask it. Do you have a set perception of what a Greg Fitzsimmons retirement would look like?
So much. So much. I mean, look, I started this when I was in college. I used to go to class during the day.
Yeah.
And then I'd be out till 2 a.m. at the club, starting my sophomore year of college. And I have been grinding nonstop 6 nights a week for 36 years. And I like to play paddle tennis. I like to golf. I like to throw a move on the wife. That's what it looks like.
That's it. Yeah.
With a lot of showers in between.
There you go. So you would do you would just live in that world.
I like Sudoku. I like doing the stupid puzzles in the paper. I really could be. And people go like, you hear about these people that retire and then they can't stand it and they come back to work. It's like, you got to push yourself in retirement the way you push yourself in your career.
Right. That makes sense.
All
yeah.
right. Good point.
And I've been saving over the years. I've been putting money away. And right now I've got over $12,000.
Wow. Okay.
And they call it an IRA account. You guys wouldn't know about it. But
So, honestly, like when we take a time off from work around Christmas time, the weather's not all that great. But I'm not working. And I go into a deep depression and I'm like, is this what retirement would be like? Right. So this past Christmas, I was like, I made sure I got to the gym every day just to do something to get out of the house. If you were to retire, how would you spend your days?
Would
it be paddle tennis?
Yeah, it would be a lot of, I love to read. I was an English major. I'm going through my son's high school books.
Oh, really?
Oh, his
realizing
required.
I never read, Slaughterhouse-Five, and so I'm going through and I'm realizing as I open the books and the bindings are not cracked, he didn't read Slaughterhouse-Five.
You did something. I did the same thing. I did this years ago. I was in college. And all of the books that, the ones that you need to get out of the way.
Yeah, me too.
And
I did it not that long. I read Slaughterhouse-Five.
Slaughterhouse-Five, yeah. And sometimes you realize why they're revered, and sometimes you wonder why they're revered at all. But at least you get them out of the way. What about you? You wrote a book. You wrote your autobiography. Would you ever go that route again, whether it be going down that path or something fictional?
Well, let me run you through the experience of writing the book last time. I was staffed. I was a staff writer on Wanda Sykes' show. And so I was there every day in my office. I was still doing stand-up at night, and I was going away on the weekends. And in 1 year, so what I would do is I had an office near my house, and I would go there after I do stand-up, and I would try to write the book, and I would take Ritalin. And then I would masturbate frequently.
Oh my God!
And furiously. And then I would come home in time to take my kids to school. And then I did that for a year. And then I ended up having, I don't know if you'd call it a nervous breakdown, but my hands were trembling and I had trouble breathing.
Wow!
So the doctor put me on a fistful of medications that I'm still on to this day. So, yeah, I think another book might be fun.
No, but think about book in retirement without the requirement, without the current workload. Maybe but then you might go the Edgar Allan Poe way. You don't want that. So,
Well, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I say I write a book and then I go, hey, AI, write a book as Greg Fitzsimmons would.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, and just talk about AI and by extension algorithms. Recently, I saw you popping up all over YouTube Shorts within the last year, Instagram, and the subject of conversation, I think because she's in the news again for a movie, the Ellen DeGeneres stuff. And were you surprised at how that just exploded? I mean, it was everywhere you were turning around. I was seeing a little clip of you on various shows or just interviews from the past talking about that. It was like a tidal wave.
Well, I wrote for the show for 2 years and I won 4 Emmys. So that was something I took away from it. I made a lot of money because I was a producer. And then I also did the audience warm-up. So I was getting 2 paychecks a day.
That's nice.
And so it was the golden handcuffs. I was miserable. Really? Everybody was miserable. Oh. I'm telling you, without exception, people were miserable.
So all that we've heard is, now that we have you on with us, all that we've heard is true. Would you qualify it as a faux personality face forward to the public, or what do you think's going on there?
Well, look, everybody in show business is putting on a mask. Obviously, you're performing, you know, and she was able to project somebody who was kind and silly and fun, and a tremendous amount of people got enjoyment from that. I think we're motivated to maybe donate or do charity work. So look, I think her net is a positive, but if you worked for her, I mean, you know, people had nervous breakdowns. People like, it was really bad.
Wow.
And I can talk about it now. I signed an NDA at the time, but I read the definition and it says it's only an NDA. You're only violating it if you're bringing information into the world that's not already available. And I think we've established that she moved to England because she wanted to be somewhere where being called the C word is kind of like a term of endearment.
So that was the modus operandi? That's pretty fun.
That was the main thing. Yeah.
Greg, I'll tell you. The clip that's popping up on my algorithm is when she made Mariah Carey do a shot to prove that she wasn't pregnant. Were you there during those planning meetings? Yes.
No, I missed that one.
But so it turns out Mariah Carey was pregnant. She just wasn't ready to announce it. So she did the shot and she ended up losing the baby. And I don't think it was because of doing the shot.
Wow. So Ellen DeGeneres killed a baby?
Yeah.
No, that's not what we're saying.
How many babies did you see her kill, Greg?
We actually had a clinic on the third floor.
There was an abortion clinic at the Ellen DeGeneres?
Very progressive.
I do want to ask, though, if, you know, you said everybody was miserable, and was that exclusively the doing? Was the misery exclusively the doing of Ellen herself?
Well, it trickled down.
Okay.
There was, you know, the executive producers were, you know, executing her sort of attitude among everybody. And, well, should I talk about this?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you should.
I got fired. Here's how I got fired. A very dear friend of the family died back in New York. And I told him I'd been there for 2 years. I hadn't missed a day. And so I said, I need to go back tomorrow. I'm giving the eulogy for the funeral. And the EP said, Ellen's not going to like that. And I said, well, you know, I really got to go. He's like, she's not going to like it. And so I wrote down like 2 pages, very detailed, of how to do the warm up. It was a very simple job, you know.
Right.
You came out for 10 minutes. You told them to calm down. It wasn't even warm up. It was warm down. It was like, all right, everybody relax.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of like, you know, just huge super fans from the Midwest with, you know, women with bowl haircuts and pantsuits.
This was their moment.
Yeah. So you say, all right, everybody calm down. Here's the emergency exits. I mean, it was simple. I wrote it all down. And so I did the show, left on a red eye, we did the funeral, took a red eye back, and then was at work the next day. And I was told I was fired.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's harsh.
That is cold.
That is
okay.
Rough. It's funny because, you know, we hear about, like, whether it be a late night talk show or, you know, an afternoon talk show, and the staff of writers that they have, and they're doing all this for 1 hour of content. And then, like, we've been coming in here for almost 30 years and producing 5 hours of content with, like, you know, less than 10 people, you know? What do we have, 5 in here?
It's vacillated, but I wouldn't call it a vast amount of support.
No.
But it is, and that's actually a good point. I wanted to ask you, Greg, over the course of, and you've actually won an award, and I didn't even know this award existed, as Guest of the Year. ACE Award for Guest of the Year.
Wow. 2025.
And we would have to
the Adam
echo
Carolla
that.
show.
Yeah. We've had him on. He's great, but I mean, you are you come with the knowledge of what it is to host a show and what the show would like you to give in content. You're always ready to talk and so on and so forth. I wanted to ask you about the phenomenon. We've never done it.
Wait, did you just give me guest of the year?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Amazing.
So far.
Thank you.
That was subtle, but I was backed into a corner. I really couldn't do anything. No, but yes, you're definitely not. All jokes aside, you're absolutely in the pantheon of guests on the show. I wanted to ask you about the whole pre-interview thing. You've been doing this all your life. You've been on all the shows. I assume that can be a bit of a drag when you're sort of pre-interviewed and you got to hit, you're looking for things to talk about with the host, and you've been with some of the best people in the business, but is that a weird thing to sit there for a pre-interview?
I don't do many of those. I mean, I used to do a lot of late night talk shows. I did Letterman like 6 or 7 times. I did The Tonight Show a bunch of times, Conan, Kimmel, Craig Kilborn.
Yeah.
And those were brutal because you were doing stand-up. So they would come out to the clubs and they would watch you were only doing 5 minutes, but they would hammer you with like, you got to change that word. You got to drop that joke. You need a transition here. And so I stopped doing it because I just didn't want to be told. You end up doing a set you're not even proud of.
Yeah.
It's not your set anymore. And that was tough. But as far as podcasts, Carolla's show, I always prepare a big chunky story for the beginning because because once he starts talking, there is a chance you will not speak again for the next hour and a half. I try to get in a really good story up top.
It's the absolute truth. I think he's great, but holy hell. I mean, I will sometimes, if it's an episode that I happen to catch, I will look at the clock and I will try to. It goes on, and he's an interesting guy. He's engaging. He's a raconteur. He's got all that going for him. But it's like the guest ends up just sitting there like shipping a bottle time.
Well, I really don't, because when I come on, I come on because I'll walk in with like a half a dozen premises for jokes that I'm kind of starting to work out. And he is so prolific and so funny, and he always has a new angle on things. So I'll bring it up. And we'll basically riff on it for 10, 15 minutes, and then when I pull out of his parking lot, I sit by the curb and I jot down stuff that we said, and I've got like new bits out of it.
Oh, that's great!
So it's like a workshop for me. Yeah,
that's very cool. Is all that stuff in his house?
No, he's got a studio.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's got a big studio, and then I just did Rogan on Thursday, and. That one, the preparation is he hands you a lit joint, and then you begin, and then you hit record, and that's it. And so for 3 hours, you're kind of stoned and saying things you wouldn't normally say, and then and that goes anywhere, which I think is the point. He doesn't want a pre-interview; he wants it to be in the moment and to just jump around.
A quick question, because I saw there was a shot of him. I forget who he's with, but it looks like he has like a little museum in his setup there, and he appears to have the life-size werewolf from an American Werewolf in London. Is that in his studio? Is that there? Did you see that?
Yes, I know it is a movie prop. I don't know if it's Werewolf in London, but yeah, it's a crazy werewolf, and he's got. His studio, I mean, you can't believe it. Joe is basically a 9-year-old who was given $200 million. He bought a warehouse in Austin.
Yeah.
And, surrounded by Navy SEALs. And then you go in and there's 2 like championship billiard tables.
Wow.
There is an MMA gym that is the kind of a gym that you would pay $200 a month to work out in. It's enormous. It's got every piece of equipment you could imagine, and a boxing ring, and then there is an archery range.
Yeah, of course.
And then there is, it just
holy hell
going on and on, and it's so much fun. So we usually do. That was my 25th time on his show.
Wow!
And we talk for 3 hours, and then we shoot pool for another 2 to 3 hours after that.
All right, of all those things that he has there, which one of those things would you want at your house?
Oh, the pool table.
The pool table.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one in my basement as a kid growing up, and it's my therapy. When we talk about retirement, there needs to be a pool table involved.
Well, you had mentioned, retirement that you would play a lot more golf, and I'm on your Wikipedia page, and it looks like you have a cousin who was a professional golfer, finished 8th in the PGA Championship last year, Denny McCarthy.
Yeah, Denny McCarthy.
Have you ever played with him? Are you guys close enough that you guys have actually gotten out on the course together?
No, his father and I have played a lot. I'm very close to his father, and he is a kid who is considered. He is statistically the number one putter on the PGA Tour. He has less putts than any other player on the tour. He's amazing.
Wow!
And he's this sweet kid who just got married, and he hasn't won a tournament yet, but he's been in 2 sudden deaths.
Damn.
Extra holes, and he lost those at big tournaments.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's due. I bet a lot of money on him. When I go to Vegas, I'll bet, you can bet somebody to win the Masters or the US Open. And his odds are very good. So I'll put like 100 down on him. And if he wins, I'll win like 30 grand.
How's your game?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, for someone who's played as long as I have, it should be way better, but we bet a lot of money. I play once a week. I get this group of guys, same guys for about 15 years, and they call us the Irish Mafia. And I'm not making this up. These are the names of our foursome: Fitzsimmons, Fitzgibbons, Gibbons, and Gubbins.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I swear to God.
You couldn't make that up. So does that ability, and because do you get an occasional invite to a Bill Murray a golf tournament or some of the, we found out Alfonso Ribeiro he's
a great golfer.
Is a great golfer and
he's
is
a low handicapper.
Does not suffer inferior players, like goes out of his mind. So, do you get into that clique a little bit?
Yeah, I play a lot of those tournaments in LA, which is nice because there's some insane courses like Riviera and Bel Air out here. And when we play these tournaments, you get to play the best, the kind of courses where there's maybe 15 foursomes over the course of the day play.
Yeah.
That's how few members they have.
Jeez.
And there's gardeners out there with scissors, and so I played with Joe Pesci recently.
Oh, wow.
What the hell was that like?
Well, he showed up late. So we're on the second hole and I'm just off the green and I'm just like, I'm hitting a little pitching wedge. And I look up in the corner of my eye, see him standing there, and I skull it right over the green. And he walks past me and he goes, "What the F kind of shot is that?"
Nice.
First words he ever said to me.
Fantastic.
Did you? So you got some hang time with him?
Yeah, I played 18 holes.
18
holes with him. Yeah.
So are you just dying? I mean, you could easily fanboy out with his filmography. Did you get a chance to ask the Goodfellas questions here or there, or did you try to be respectful?
Yeah, no. On the golf course, you don't talk like that on a golf course.
Okay.
You talk about somebody's last shot.
Yep.
You tell jokes. You tell a lot of racist jokes. And no, not racist. But
No, you're right. There's no time to have a real conversation.
Okay.
You know what I
It's
mean?
chunks.
Yep,
It's like
exactly.
it's like 90-second chunks.
Yep.
And I got on the golf course 2 days ago, and one of our guys didn't show up, so there was a single that got put with our group. And then one of my friends goes mentions yeah, Greg's a comedian. And I go, dude, don't ever do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden the guy wants me to be funny. He's going to ask me the same 10 questions. How long you been doing it? Who's your favorite comedian? Do you make a living? I swear to God, people say that to me. It's like I've been doing this for 35 years. I've got a house. I drive a Prius.
Working on a pool table.
Yeah.
Eventually going to get
table.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 Emmys.
Yeah. 4 Emmys.
Yeah.
It would have been great, though, with Joe Pesci if you would have just said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?"
Well, now the closest I ever came was I was playing at a public course with a buddy of mine named Jackie Flynn that you probably don't know. He's a Boston comedian, so he's racist. And we get up to the starters table, and it's me and Jackie, and then they pair you up with 2 other players, so you have a foursome.
Right.
So we walk up to the starter, and he goes, okay, it's going to be you 2, and then these 2 guys right here. And I look to my right, and it is O.J. Simpson.
Whoa. Wow.
And another guy.
Wow.
And I look up at the sky like, thank you.
Yeah.
God. And I am going to ask some questions. And then Jackie goes, he's a murderer. He's not playing golf with a murderer. And OJ just walks away. And
No kidding.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild because OJ ended up serving time. The time he did serve in prison was for stealing back his own memorabilia.
Yeah.
But not for the murder. Yeah, I wonder before he passed, which he considered his biggest misstep. The
Right.
double murder or that. But that's wild.
I mean,
man.
there are just so many references that you do during the course of a round of golf with OJ that would be directly connected to the murder. Be like, oh my God, this glove don't fit.
All that. Are those Bruno Malleys?
Well, now I just figured I'd wait till about the 10th hole. I'll be standing over a putt, and I would just look at him and go, OJ, if I make this, you got to tell me if you kill me.
That's great.
I actually talked to him on the phone one time when we were at early on our radio career. I had gotten a hold of his cell phone number, and I didn't know if it was actually his cell phone number. And I called it, and when he answered, I was like,
he's going to kill me. He's going to find out. He's got ways. When you come into this area, because obviously not now, but when you come in more acceptable weather, do you hit some of the courses around here?
Yes. Yeah, I have a friend who lives in Narberth. Is that?
Yeah.
And he's a rich white guy I went to college with, and he takes me to these really nice courses. And I love the courses, but I really don't like rich golfers. I like my home course is a public course in Venice Beach, and it's all these characters like guys that were grips, like union guys that are retired. It's a lot of old dudes, and I don't know. I mean, I'm rich, and I don't like other rich people, and I wonder if they don't like me.
Right.
No, I know what you're talking about because I'm fortunate enough to get invited to a lot of the exclusive clubs. I'm a member of a club as well, but the really hoity-toity ones I will go to, and I love being on the golf course, and I love all the work that's done to make it construct a beautiful golf course. But I feel uncomfortable in that environment of the uber rich, you know what I mean? And kind of
I'm repelled by excessive confidence. I don't like the guy who shakes your hand a little too hard and leans in and like asserts alpha status on you.
Yeah.
I want to be the alpha. Yeah. And if that means having to go to a municipal course, then I'll do it.
That's a beautiful juxtaposition. I'm the alpha of my municipal course.
Right.
But I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I find it off-putting. It's like, it's almost, you think, whatever they've tactics that they're employing in the corporate realm, can you rest out a little bit while we're doing something that's supposed to be pleasant and low pressure,
Yes. And, and I grew up playing golf. My father played, and he taught me since I was like 5 years old. And then I taught my kids to play. So I play with my son and my daughter all the time. And it's a great opportunity that everybody puts their phone away. And for 4 hours, you just interact. You're just together, and you're betting, and you're busting each other's balls about bad shots. And, and you're in the sun, and it's the best. I love it. And then I heard George Carlin's routine about golf.
Yes.
And I felt like, oh yeah, I guess it is
His contention was it was just a needless eating up of beautiful terrain. Yeah.
Not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it. I saw a video from Cat Williams the other day on the PGA Instagram account about how it's a bit of a leveler when you're out there playing with other people. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not, and if you're, especially if you're stinking at golf, it makes the other people who can play halfway decent feel pretty damn good about their lives, to be honest.
Yeah, Kat was in one of those tournaments that I played, and we had this talk before I teed off that was so philosophical about golf. He sees it as like mystical.
Really?
There are some people that see it as it's got healing properties. It's a very Zen thing. You get in touch with these parts of your inner being that you weren't aware of.
Like surfing.
It's like that. Yeah, but I don't quite get to that level of it. I just have a damn good time.
He was my Bagger Vance.
All right, yeah.
A Bagger Vance who could actually fit in a golf bag. Yeah.
Exactly. No, where there's one really beautiful course, and I don't know if it's even still open, is Epstein Island Country Club.
Oh my God!
Never been.
Here it's awesome.
Caddies are amazing. They can barely carry the bag. You got to bring a small bag.
The Epstein course is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow. Hey, Greg, you're going to be here this weekend. You're doing your Valentine's Day show is sold out. Do you have a special Valentine's set that you do?
It's the one where I begged the club for a bonus since we sold out the shows. That was my deal. I get bonuses when I sell out shows, and this contract said, except Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
Because it's already going to sell out. I was like, oh, thanks a lot. No, I'll definitely talk about being married. It's been 26 years.
Right.
And
have you been in that house? You've been in Venice have you been in Venice all that time?
26 years in this house. Yeah.
So you got that's the house you moved into when you got married.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Greg, were you the one that told us about Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner meeting for ice cream in Venice regularly?
Well, Mel lives like 4 doors away around the corner. Jeez. Or his son Max does, and he's got a guest house that Mel stays in a lot.
Have you seen the documentary, the 2 episodes of the 99-Year-Old Man?
I was at the premiere. Yeah, Judd Apatow invited me to the premiere.
Phenomenal.
And it was amazing because they didn't think that Mel would make it.
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, he walks in with his kids and he gets up, and we watched it was amazing. We watched part 1, and then afterwards, Judd got up and spoke, and then he introduced Mel Brooks. He got up and he annihilated. He was killing.
Love it.
And and he just shuffled up there, and then he sat down. And he just came to life. It was so amazing.
It's wild.
He has shown zero signs of slowing down. I mean, he's just on it.
He's executive producing a show right now with Zach Galifianakis in it. He's doing Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
And he's 90. Is he 99?
Yeah. He's 99. Yeah.
He's 99.
Yeah.
He's got to play some Sudoku and play some golf with me.
Yeah. Look at the run that Carl Reiner had. I mean, there was something about those guys of that your show of shows ilk, that just really, if you want a proof that sense of humor or laughing can keep you young and vital, I mean, he's absolute proof. It's pretty
I had Carl on my podcast, and he told a story. He was probably 94 when he came on, and he was talking. His recall was perfect, every detail. And he has 3 memoirs, and I read all 3 of them to prepare for the show.
Yeah.
And so I asked him about when he was in the Army in World War II, and he said that he was over there, and he was in the Pacific base. What do you call it when you're over in? And he's ready to. He's stationed, but they're about to go off.
Okay, to deploy.
Go to an island.
Okay,
about to deploy from Japan, and it's the next morning, and he's scared out of his mind. Everybody is like, and so this USO tour came through to perform, And so everybody's going to let off some steam, go laugh a little bit. This troop comes in. Turns out the guy that runs the troop knew Carl from New York, and they used to do a routine together. So he calls Carl up to do the routine, and they do it, and it kills. And they invite Carl to perform with them for the rest of the tour. He doesn't have to go to battle. And his unit got wiped out.
Comedy saved his life.
Yes.
Dude, that is legend and lore. That's unbelievable.
Never heard that story.
Comedy saved his ass.
Yeah. That's something. Wow. Let me ask you, I have to ask, when you bought the house, I assume the value has had to have skyrocketed over the years, right?
No, it's amazing. I bought the house for $525,000, and it is currently on Zillow for $2.3 million.
Nice.
But before I get too excited, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house.
Oh, there you go.
If you had told me when I was a kid that someday I was going to have a $2 million house, I wouldn't have pictured me in my bathrobe banging on the bathroom door. Can I get in there? I got to take a dump. I thought it was going to be like Gary Coleman doing blow off a pinball machine. Topless women fighting over vodka.
Right.
Yeah.
It is wild, man. The real estate is just insane there. We talked about the story a while ago in Preston. We went out to this event, radio event, and we're driving around. The guy who's driving us around, he's spinning all these stories, and we're just casually asking, like, what do you think that small ranch house goes for? And he goes, about $1.8 million. I'm like, what?
Yeah, this was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but listen, you don't need a lot of space. You're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. No, it's like, I mean, I always picture, like, what if I lived in New York City? It would be half this size. We keep it simple, and we're very close to our neighbors. Like last night, we had dinner at our neighbor's house, and then tonight I got a poker game with the neighbors, and we play beach volleyball on Sundays on the sand. And, it's like we really struck gold. It's a bunch of really special people. It's a lot of, like, writers and directors and architects and
Mel Brooks,
painters and Mel Brooks. I mean, it's just there's nowhere else in the world. I'll die in this house, probably in about an hour and a half.
Greg, do you know any of the street performers in Venice, or do you go to that part at all?
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely always say hi to the guy with the turban and the roller skates and the guitar. You know that guy?
Yeah. You see him. He'll pop up on certain shows.
And I see him, and, like, he discreetly pulled up the other day on a side street with a Cadillac, like a 1978 Fleetwood.
Wow.
About 27 feet long.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. It was mint.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Probably has a warehouse full of vehicles that he's made from roller skating with a turban on.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got some IMDb credits. He's been in a lot of stuff over the years.
He's basically the naked cowboy of that area.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great, man. It sounds like a phenomenal place to live.
Yeah.
Well, Venice gets a bad rap because during the pandemic, the police were told not to get rid of anybody living in a tent on the street. And so they lined up on the beach, and there was all this video footage, and it looked like a third world country. And then COVID ended, and they found housing for a lot of them, and they're gone. They're gone, everybody. Venice Beach is pristine. I had Tim Dillon was like dumping on, we're backstage, and he's dumping on Venice in front of a bunch of comedians. So I said, Tim, why don't you come down this week? So he comes down to my house, and we took like a 90-minute walk. We walked down to the beach, all the way across through the canals. And at the end, I go, how many homeless people did you see? And he goes, 2. I was like, all right, well, can you tell people that?
Yeah.
Stop killing my property value?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Julia Roberts is here. Tim Robbins, the girl, the dragon, Mother Dragoner from
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name?
She's right around the corner.
Look at you. Yeah, that's a cool collective. We have Jervis from the first season of Survivor living close to
We got that.
He's a great guy, but that's where it goes.
We
for
got
us.
him.
We got him.
Yep, he's ours.
That was one of the funniest episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm of all time. Is when his friend Bob Einstein.
Yeah.
Super Dave.
Yeah.
Super Dave. Yep.
Yeah.
Albert
Super
Brooks'
Dave
brother.
He's telling Larry David that he's having a survivor over for dinner, and he just assumes it's a Holocaust survivor, but it was a guy from the TV show Survivor.
Brilliant. Listen, Greg, we got to wrap, man. But just reminding people that Greg's going to be at Helium Comedy Club tomorrow night, 7 and 9:15 shows. Saturday's sold out. But there is a Sunday show, 7 o'clock. So you can go to heliumcomedy.com and get those tickets.
And can I give a shout out to my my podcast is Fitzdog Radio.
Yes.
I've got Jim Norton on this week. I've got Ali Sadiq. You got to get him on the show.
Actually, we're going to have him on next week.
We're going to have him on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's coming to
He's
town
the
next week.
best.
Yeah.
And Sunday Papers every Sunday.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You've been doing it for a long time and successfully so.
Yep. Continues to tear it
Thank
up.
you very much.
All right, man.
Appreciate
Well,
that.
enjoy your time in Philly, and hopefully we'll see you in person next time, all right?
Okay, sounds great.
All right,
Thanks
take
for
care.
having me.
You got it.
Guest
Greg
of the year.
Fitzsimmons, guest of the year. Right there. Fitztalk is our guest of the year. You
Guest
heard it
of
right.
the year.
Only February, and we've named our guest of the year. We're going to take a break. We'll get back in a second. B-File coming up. Stay with us.
Over this, it had to have been gallons of pasta sauce into the aisle of the grocery store.
Man.
And these are glass containers?
Oh, yeah, and I'm 5, so I think I could just brush it aside and clean it up. Nobody will know. So I come back to find my mom holding broken pieces of glass with pasta sauce all over my hands.
Oh, man. Oh.
She must have thought you were bleeding out.
That's what she thought. She said, "Oh my God, what's blood? What's pasta sauce?" Like it was horrifying.
Hey, Kyle, did they make your folks pay for it, or was there any sort of did they kick your ass out of the store? What happened?
I think they looked at our family funny after that because they knew we were the pasta people. But I'm not sure if they made her pay for it. But if they did, it was probably $200 worth of stuff.
So that would be something where they made this, like, Kathy, you talk about having insurance. And I think you're right. For the most part, insurance will cover a lot of this stuff. But also, what if it's something that, that the store is made, or it's a one of a kind, or, a display?
All right, I do have this story. It's a little bit off topic, but it does involve breaking something, and I had already paid for it. And this is me as a full-grown adult. I had gone to a liquor store, and I had bought a bottle of gin, okay?
Yeah.
And I was, why did I go back? And anyway, I think I had already paid for it, and I forgot something. I came back into the store, and I was in the back of the store, and I dropped it, and it just shatters. And I've already paid for it. And I'm like, you got to be good. Or maybe I went outside and dropped it. Anyhow, I dropped this, and I was like, I was like Bluto in Animal House.
Right,
when they dropped the booze, like, because I just paid for this bottle. And I bring it back in, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like,
can you fix it?
Can you fix this? No, but what they told me, and I did not know, that with alcohol like that, as long as the seal on the cap was not broken, they could take it and give me another one.
Really?
So they did?
Yeah. So they gave me another one. So as long as that seal was not broken, that proved that you didn't drink some out of it and go, oops, I dropped it, and I need a new one. That they could give me another one.
So they didn't see you with the straw in the parking lot.
Right. I made a little hole.
I was at a store just this past weekend at the beach. It was kind of like Terrain, Kathy. Think about it, where it's like it has all these cute like knickknacks and bric-a-bracs and kitchen things. Plus, you can get lunch there. So while you order, you go and you shop around, and it's beautiful, like pottery and dishes. Everything is breakable.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's very tight aisles, and there's lots of things on the floor. So there's not just like things on tables, but this woman leaned in, and she must have kicked a stand that was set up under the table, and it just started shattering. But it wouldn't stop shattering. There was at least like 9 dishes that fell.
Once those displays, once it's like that, they're going.
here's the only thing I think she had going for her. It was definitely like all high school kids that were working there, and everyone was like, what to do? Oh,
Right.
Sorry.
Well,
Enjoy
that's the
your
same
macaroons.
thing. I get so nervous when I'm at Cracker Barrel and you're in that store part. And I remember one time, Preston, I knocked over a Mel Tillis CD and cracked the jewel case. And I was like, oh my God, this must be worth, I don't know, $1.
Right? Oh, God. Here's a text that says, knocked over a saxophone off of a stand in a Sam Ash while test driving a bass guitar. Bent the horn into an oval shape upon impact. $2,700 later, guess what I own now?
Oh my God. So what are the parameters of the law or insurance coverage? What are they within their rights to exact from you if you are responsible for breaking something they deem? In other words, are they compelled to go? Is it like when you get into an accident and you decide, Kathy, like your situation, are we going to go through insurance or? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you do it outside of that?
I had the same question. What happens if you get in an accident when you're test driving a car?
That's a good question.
You bought
You dig it? You bought it?
I think you sign up for their insurance policy when you take
Yeah.
the car off the lot. Don't quote me on that, but I think like in order to do a test drive, you have to sign something that says you are somewhat culpable.
I promise
for it.
not to break
right,
it.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to calls. You broke it. You bought it. 215-263 WMMR. I have Laura on the line. Hey, Laura. Good morning.
Good morning. If I had a hammer,
I'd hammer in the morning.
I'd beat you with the hammer.
Then I'd flee town.
What's up, Laura?
So recently at a pet store in Harleysville, I won't
know which
name
one.
names.
I know
Yes.
which one. Go ahead.
Yes, we live very close to it, and I took my dog in there to buy dog food, thinking I would spend $30 or $40. And he peed on the entire display rack of handmade raincoats for dogs. And the lady was so pissed. Now, mind you, if it was like a bigger box store like PetSmart or something, like they probably would have been like, oh, they have
Right.
cleanup stations, have a great day. No, this lady was pissed. She gave me like the devil eyes, and she's like, well, now we can't sell them, blah, blah, blah. So they made me buy $50 dog rain jackets. So if anyone is in the market for
Now,
I have a plethora of sizes.
a rain jacket, all moisture
Right?
of any type should run right off of that.
Yeah.
And,
I know.
And by
I
the
felt
way,
so
how do you home make? What do you knit a rain? Do you ever
Well,
see
it's
like,
probably
knitted raincoats?
It's hand sewn to fit a dog. I mean,
But I mean,
they're
it's-
probably not mass producing raincoats for dogs.
But I mean, as Preston points out, it's usually some sort of water repellent
It is.
material.
And that's why I was so pissed. Because I was like, just wipe it off. Just Clorox wipe the damn thing.
How many did
But
you have to
no.
buy, Laura?
3.
So you spent $150 on raincoats.
And also, you're bringing an animal into a store, and they know that from time to time,
They're
an
gonna
animal
pee.
might do something like that. You, as a human being, have very little control over that.
That's why Petco has the Fabergé eggs up on a higher shelf.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
So
sucks, Laura.
They have since moved that display rack, by the way. I
Yeah.
have been in there since. I thought I would never show my face there again, but I have.
You have to.
And they moved the display rack to a more higher up, which they should have been in the first.
In the first place, yes, absolutely.
All right, thank
Enjoy
you,
the
Laura.
raincoats.
Yeah. Hope for rain.
Anyone's in the market for raincoats.
Get to use them. Let's go to Keith next. Hey, Keith, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Bob, what's going on?
So it was like 1999 when those Dell computers came out that were all different colors.
Yes.
So, all right. And they were probably like $1,000 when they came out, right? Maybe.
Yeah. I put that
Okay.
about that price. Yeah, I think you're on the right path.
So we ride our bikes up to the Best Buy, look at video games, not even really look at them. And they're all on these shelves. My buddy is a moron and goes, wait, does the shelf pull out? So he tries to pull it out, and all these computers fall behind like 2 shelves and smash. There's also like CD players on there, like heavy stuff.
Of course.
Just smashes. All of them broke. So managers come over, they grab us up, and they're like, "Hey, man, like where's your parents? We don't have any. We're orphans.
We're orphans.
And
I'm Batman.
They're like naming off prices like it's the years. Like they're going, yeah, that's like 1977. So it's coming to like $8,000, which I thought I'd never see that money in my life. So we're like, all right, well, can we call our parents? And they're like, so you're orphans, whatever. So as we're walking to the office, my friend's just like, time to go. And we just dip, get on our bike. And like, I've never been back to Deptford. So
You've never been back to
You left the
Deptford.
entire
Just in
town
case.
behind you.
Even though you've grown up into an adult. So you guys just bolted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, that's probably why Best Buy's going out of business.
Probably what you did in 1999.
Oh my God, Keith, I love that story. Oh man. And listen, as a kid, you just panic, man. You just get out of there. I could totally see that.
Well, when parents have like ultra grabby kids, and you can see, they go into a store like that. You see the law being laid down and kids are just. I mean,
Hey, a reminder that Ryan Shuttleworth is out tonight, first ever Preston and Steve official event that he's participating in, and he's going to be at the Dutch Tavern in Skippack for the Cardboard Classic Pacifico pre-party that's happening, and he's going to have your chance to win 10 pairs of lift tickets to Montage Mountain. Not you don't win 10 pairs. You have 10 to give away.
Right. That'd be a little
10
excessive.
separate people, and one grand prize winner is going to get a pair of Mountain Fest VIP passes. So Ryan's going to be at the Dutch from 7 to 9 tonight, and they have $4 Pacifico draft specials as well. So enjoy, and we will now do the Bizarre File.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Family and Company Jewelers. You can get her the perfect gift Valentine's Day. Made easy. South Jersey's diamond destination, Family and Company Jewelers. You can shop online at FamilyJewelers.com. All right, this is very, very interesting. A 12-year-old Dallas prodigy has achieved nuclear fusion. This is, Aiden McMillan, a Dallas Independent School District 7th grader, started work on the project when he was 8 years old. McMillan spent the first 2 years studying nuclear physics concepts before building his first prototypes.
What are you doing in there, sweetie?
The boy shared that his mom kept things grounded, and he said there were some alarm bells with my mom. Yes, she was like, whoa, take a step back, tell me exactly what could go wrong and how it could go wrong, and make sure that it doesn't go wrong.
Right.
McMillan is now applying to the Guinness World Records to be recognized as the youngest person to achieve nuclear fusion. The record is currently held by Jackson Oswalt from Tennessee, who achieved nuclear fusion just hours before his 13th birthday in 2018.
Jesus.
Hey, what is going on here?
No idea. All right, one Florida man is putting an invasive species to good use by turning them into tacos. That man, Gray Davis, posted a recent video on TikTok in which he reveals his recipe for iguana tacos made out of the invasive green iguana. In the video, Davis can be heard discussing the iguanas, which are notorious for falling out of trees when the temperatures drop too low. He said a lot of people will go out and collect them to help control the number and the population, but they do have the nickname of chicken of the trees because they're absolutely delicious, he said.
I've never heard chicken of the trees in reference to an iguana.
I think that's what they use down in Florida.
Right.
In the video, Davis can be seen picking up a frozen iguana from the ground. He said that he then cleaned it and removed over 20 eggs from inside of it. Afterward, he cooked the meat.
The best day of my life.
And eggs with several other ingredients, crafting several small tacos topped with pickled red onions, jalapeno, and cilantro. He said, "Bon appetit," as he bit into one of the tacos. And he said, that is real Florida man taco there. If you can't beat them, eat them. Since it was originally posted, it's gotten over 500,000 likes, but it's not the only video of its kind. Davis's channel features several other catch and cook videos, many targeting invasive species. He added that there was certainly trial and error in his earlier attempts at the dish, particularly when it came to finding the best way to break down the meat to cook it so that it remains tender. He decided on par cooking the meat first, which I don't know what that means, with seasonings, and then crisping the meat as it brings the best texture as well as flavor. He said flavor-wise, iguana is mild and clean. The texture is similar to dark chicken, and it takes on seasoning really well. In taco form, most people are surprised by how familiar it tastes.
So par cooking is when you partially cook it, like in the oven, and then you fry it afterwards.
Oh.
It's like a half bake.
Yeah.
A repeat sex offender in London is back in prison after exposing himself on a train just 12 days after being released.
I can't help it. I love doing this.
James Gathercole was on London to East Grinstead train when he exposed himself and started to pleasuring himself while staring at a lone female passenger. She reported him at the Upper Warlingham station, and British Transport Police found him asleep on the train at the end of the line.
3 testicles.
Gathercole had been jailed in July for 2 similar incidents and was under a 10-year order banning him from contacting lone women or using public transportation without a valid payment.
Thinking you're commuting to work and you got to put up with that.
Yeah. I got to go to work.
Yeah.
And
that's great. I'm
gotta
happy
deal with
for
this.
you.
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy that.
Yeah. But I got deadlines to meet. He was sentenced to 2 years and 4 months in court. Israeli fighter jets scrambled to intercept a Wizz Air flight from London Luton to Tel Aviv on February 8th after a passenger reported a threatening message on board. The plane, an Airbus A321 carrying around 220 passengers, was ordered into a holding pattern over the Mediterranean Sea while jets escorted it. After it landed, security teams with bomb-sniffing dogs screened every passenger and searched all luggage. And it turned out a child had changed a parent's phone Wi-Fi hotspot to the word terrorist in Arabic.
Wow.
And a fellow passenger spotted it and alerted the crew. Authorities confirmed
little Dickens.
no actual threat was found. Similar Wi-Fi name pranks have triggered security alerts on other flights in recent months as well.
I want to be mad at you, but you're so gosh darn adorable.
All right, this is an interesting story. When Jason Snape found a postcard in his mail from a former college professor, it read, "If you're reading this, I'm dead, and I really liked you." Don Glickman, a design professor who died in November at age 94, had asked his daughter to send over 100 of these postcards to his favorite students and friends after he died.
Wow.
Yeah. Glickman came up with the idea while in home hospice and designed the card himself. A photo of it went viral on social media and got millions of views. So
that's kind of sweet in a morbid way.
It is. It definitely is. All right, and then we'll do one more story, and then we'll wrap up with this one. Australia's Run National Championship is a new contact sport where 2 people sprint at each other full speed and slam head on trying to knock the other one down.
I've seen this. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. No.
It is freaking violent, man.
Inspired by a social media trend called Run It Straight, the sport has been growing fast despite safety concerns.
If you think slap fighting is vicious, this is tenfold.
Medical experts warn that the collisions can cause serious brain injuries, with one neurologist calling for a ban of the entire thing. Yeah, I can't believe that this would last too long.
Yeah.
The organizers say that they have doctors and paramedics on site and have added rules to make it safer. Still, the sport's second event recently sold out a 5,500-seat arena in Sydney because, of course, it did. So, yeah.
There's some footage right here.
Yeah, I'm watching. Marissa has it pulled up over here. Yeah, it's that looks like fun. It was like a lot of fun.
What a great time.
People are going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file. Let's give away our final pair of passes for our Valentine's Day party. It's tonight. It's our sorority, Zeta Eta Pi. And caller number 12 will be invited and can also bring a friend to this ladies only 21 and over event. So call now, 610-660-9333. We got your first drink covered. We got your buffet covered. We got the games covered. We're playing bingo tonight, and we got great prizes to give away. And we hang in the Liberty Bell Brewery. It is such a cool spot.
Love that room.
And we're very much looking forward to the event tonight with us and the gals. So call right now, and you'll win the last pair of passes, 610-660-9333. Number 12 gets it. We're going to break, come back in a second, lesson question on the way with a few other things on top of that. Stay with us.
Grabbing.
Yeah.
I feel like, or even fire alarms. to kids. You know what I mean? If they can reach that, like stuff like that too.
Here's a text. Listen to this. Says, my 3-year-old thinks it's hilarious to grab candy bars off the shelf and take a bite with the wrapper on, forcing me to buy them every time. I guess that's a way to do it.
Yeah.
You can if you want that candy bar, you definitely just take a bite. You're going to be buying it.
Can you do the same with like a Lamborghini if you go to the dealership and just
a bite?
Yeah, chew on the wind.
I'm guilty of like smushing the candy to see if it's fresh and then putting that one back and getting another one.
Getting another fresh one?
What are you doing? How can you get a not fresh candy bar?
Or like a
Sometimes-
pastry?
Yeah, or like
She just digs her
Twizzlers.
fingers into the
Did
pastry.
you do the same with the produce, like apples, and take a little bite? Nah, this is good.
No, but I do tell myself that no matter what the apple is, like somebody else picked over that apple.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, while I'm spending too much time trying to pick the right apple, I'm thinking like this apple was picked over by somebody else.
No, I don't know what you mean. Picked over.
Like somebody else.
Somebody passed up on it.
Passed up on it. Somebody
Okay.
else didn't take it
wasn't
home.
a good one.
Yes,
So
and
it's
how
not
does
the
that how
best
does that
one.
make you feel?
Preston, you wanna unpack this right now?
I'm not understanding. So you're saying that all the good apples are taken already, and you're left with the dregs?
Yeah. I'm like the second best apples are left.
These are the. What if they just put them out and you've got to pick of the litter?
What if you just got there?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Should never
You don't
thought of
know.
it that way.
Thanks. See,
This is a
turned
moral.
it around.
This is a moral crisis you're going through now.
God, I need to talk to you guys more often.
Here's a text that says, Color Me Mine sends me into a cold sweat. I loudly lectured my 2 children during a very crowded holiday weekend not to touch anything. Then picked up one of the largest ceramics,
I'm not sure what that word is.
a Senkan cookie jar. Flipped it upside down to see the price, and
no.
the head flew off,
Oh, no.
bounced twice, and then shattered.
Wait, so the person did it, not the kid?
Yeah,
the adult.
I guess so,
To
yeah.
get it away from the kids.
Oh my God.
It wasn't so much
I love that.
the cost, but the audible gasps from all the other mothers there was the worst.
That space, Preston. It's like when you get kicked in the balls, and that time that it freezes in time for the pain. When something like glass, you drop it, it has the clink clink, lifts up, for like a nanosecond, and then comes back down. It's always the second or third bounce on which it crashes. It's like, God damn it.
Here's a text that says, regarding you break it, you bought it. I'm a civil attorney. If a store puts something on display that they they take the risk that something may be broken,
Right.
and there is no need to pay for it. You do not have to pay for anything that gets broken unless you do it intentionally.
Go take those raincoats back.
Take it back. In fact, she takes it back. She should piss on them in front of. So that's interesting.
That's what I mean. It's part of like the store insurance. It's like if somebody were to come into your store and get hurt, like you have, you know what I'm saying? You have insurance that's going to cover.
I think they're saying that by what this gentleman or woman is saying, it's because they have opted to put this out as a display. You are absolved, from anything having to do with that.
Yeah.
So you can't be compelled to pay for this then.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's the
Even
right
if
thing.
your dog pissed on it.
This wasn't a you break it, you buy it thing, but maybe it was. Remember, we had a conversation about they made a rule because of me.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This says didn't break it, but I reached out and pushed the Liberty Bell when I was 6, and the whole thing swung on its mount.
Oh my God.
Holy Jesus.
Not sure that they would let me take it home if I broke it, though.
Well, it's already broken.
Like when they ceremonially ring that bell, they take a little soft mallet and just touch it to it. Like they don't actually hit it and ring it.
Yeah.
So the fact that this guy reached out and pushed it and it swung, they had to have freaked out when that happened. And then they went to a cave in Hawaii.
Yes, and then Vincent Price.
By the way, Casey's not here today. In case you hear some mystery sounds, Marissa is doing her damnedest, doing her best to wrangle the sound effects. So,
Jace didn't break anything, but he loves cars and he loves exotic cars. And so we saw a Lamborghini parked in front of a hotel, and he's like, "Mom, can I go look at the headlights?" He's obsessed with the front of the cars and the headlights. I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so he walks over, he's like, inspecting it, and then he's like, "Wow," he's like, "This is so cool." cool. And I'm like slightly across the street just waiting for him. And as he walks around the side of the car, he takes his hand and he runs it down the whole side of the car. Now, listen, not a big deal. He didn't scratch
Was he holding
anything.
keys?
But no, but you know people who have that car. Like now it's like a little kid's handprint down the whole side of his car. I was like, oh, man.
Look, I got the hood ornament, Mommy.
Yeah, seriously. I was like,
that used to be a thing.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Here's a text that says, used to work at Walmart, broke an extremely expensive exercise equipment piece. I was bored out of my mind and I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing and knocked it off the shelf and shattered a bunch of pieces on it. I put it back on the shelf, set it up so that it looks okay. Customer went to use it weeks later and it broke instantly.
Oh, what'd you do?
Customer was insanely embarrassed and was just happy no one found out it was me.
Dear God, man, don't you have any sense
Oh, my God.
of how fragile things are? Sir,
what are you doing?
have some respect for the people of the store who work diligently to make sure these things are safely displayed.
Wow.
You are to leave this Walmart.
Well, it happens. It definitely happens. So, all right. Well, thank you for the stories. We appreciate that. We do need to take a break. As I said earlier, Casey is out today. So Marissa Magnotta is playing the role of Casey Boy here in our studio today. And she's handing me things to give away, and I will comply because we have tickets to see Jurassic World Dominion.
Cool.
We have a 4-pack of tickets, and this screening will be Tuesday the 7th, so it'll be a week from today at 7 p.m. at the UA King of Prussia, and then it hits theaters on June 10th. So we'll take callers 8, 9, and 10 at 215-263-WMMR, and those passes are on us. And while you're calling, you may want to text as well when you get a chance because we have a Tattoos Day today. It's a chance for win with a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing for your Preston and Steve themed tattoo. They're located at 1729 South Street in Philly, and you can check out their artwork samples. Go to floatingworldtattoo.com or do a search on Instagram. You'll be able to check them out there, too. We'll take a break. I got some B-File stories. I think you're going to like them. We'll get to them when we return. Stay there.
You know, Adam Sandler's a good actor.
Yeah.
The trailer looks solid. You know that they were authentically shooting all around the area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very psyched.
Yep. Casey kind of exhaled. What?
Rocky's number one, right?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Well, yes, of course it's going to be number one, right?
No, it's not.
No. All right, so
it's Racing Stripes.
Number 10 on this list is Rocky 2. So that's when he ends up beating Apollo, right?
Yeah. You know what? I like Rocky too. It's not, oddly enough, it's very dismissible for me.
To me, it seems like Rocky was so successful that they were like, we need to do Rocky over again, but he wins at the end.
You kind of nailed it, and
Yeah.
it was sort of the inevitable. He had to win. It was. So I guess that's why it held less impact for me because you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
and he had to win. And they had the Adrian in the coma in the hospital and all that stuff. It was Stallone directing, and he proved he could direct.
Steve, so you mentioned Adrian in the coma.
What are we waiting for? Come on! Yeah, what are we waiting for? And you see, you don't see it, Preston, but as Mickey's in his zeal to get out of he pulls out one of the IVs.
Oh, and he yanks the whole thing. She goes,
I got some bad news. Somehow, one of her wires popped out and she's dead.
Is that the one where he chases the chicken too? When he's training him and has him.
And he's it's really well done. He had the priest. He has the priest that he yells to from the window. He's driving the Trans Am. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's well done.
Is that
really
where the bells come in, like the dong, and when the Rocky theme starts?
Yes,
like that not that.
No, okay.
The hell was that?
You know, is that the bell that they use at Eagles games?
Yeah, they use it a lot in sports events now. It's the best of the pumping you up Rocky theme music.
Yes, I agree. I love that. But Steve, I know I think I speak for you. There's 2 movies in that franchise, Rocky 1 and Rocky Balboa.
Stop it. And sometimes I like people don't. How can you not? How can you not see it?
Yeah.
I love them both. Those to me capture that spirit. And God almighty, Rocky's so good. I just watched it again in its entirety straight through, and you just appreciate how fantastic it is.
Yeah.
Rocky 4 is good. It is a good movie.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not Rocky 5.
Did you see the director's cut?
Not
Did you see
yet.
his edition?
Have you seen it yet?
He tweaked. No, I've seen. I've seen some of the things that they've done.
I need
They
to see
removed some of the cheese from it. Stallone did. Again, look at all the. Not only in those movies was Stallone getting into near pass out, ripped up shape to be in the movies, he was also writing and directing.
But like for
a
me,
massive accomplishment.
When did that come out? 87, 88, 89, something like that. It was, and they catered that movie to me. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
to some 13,
It was
14,
a big hit.
15-year-old
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
But I think the one like Rocky III, Clubber Lang, and then it kind of leaves the planet for a while with Rocky IV, and then Rocky V tried to be, really, down to earth.
They've tried to dial it back too much.
And that's where they made Rocky just completely brain dead.
I guess Rocky Balboa was the movie that Rocky V was actually trying to be.
Exactly.
It was just terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is Creed in this franchise?
Creed is in this franchise,
Okay.
but let's move on
All
to
right.
this list. Mike Cielski's column of the best and worst Philly sports movies of all time. Number 9, he puts down as Invincible as one of the best.
It's a good movie.
Franchises. Yeah, it is a good movie. There are things I liked about it and other things that didn't touch too well.
That
with
are
me.
cheesy and hokey, but it captures, I think, the spirit of the Philadelphia.
Triumph on 93.3 WMMR. It's everything that rocks. Feel better now, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. 8 minutes after 8 on this Thursday morning, the Preston and Steve program. Reminder, Cardboard Classic is approaching, and that is March 6th, of course, and we have some merch that is available. If you're going to the event, look like the event and get these cool long-sleeve T-shirts, hoodies, winter hats that are now available at WMMR.com. The Rock Shop has tons of stuff for you to choose from besides this, but this is a special, what we call flash sale. It's brand new and limited time, so if you order by the 16th at noon, you'll get it in time for the Cardboard Classic. So running out of time, make sure that you take advantage of that. Lesson question. We are going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center Pet Expo that's taking place. And the question I'll ask you this morning is, who gave himself the Preston and Steve Show Guest of the Year Award this morning? Just a little while ago. 610-660-9333. If you heard that and you know the answer, go ahead and give us a call. Who gave himself the Preston and Steve Show Guest of the Year Award? That's what I'm trying to say. Call if you know the answer, and we'll get to the trash while you're doing that.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
All right, it's brought to you by Horizon Services Plumbing and Electrical, same-day emergency service. You can book now at horizonservices.com. What's up this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Layla Taylor, one of the stars of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, taking to TikTok to announce she has split from boyfriend Mason McWhorter. Taylor says she was suspicious McWhorter was seeing another woman other than his 9 wives. Rumors circulating that Cardi B and New England Patriot Stephon Diggs have split up after the two unfollowed each other on Instagram. Diggs had reportedly been complaining that Cardi was too clingy, while Cardi was complaining that Diggs lost the Super Bowl. And finally, Lindsey Vonn, again, giving fans an update from her hospital bed while recuperating from a successful 3rd surgery after wiping out on Sunday. Vonn says the latest and final surgery was the most extensive, but will allow her to run 50 miles an hour. That's how we can.
All right, we're looking for the answer. We'll go to the phone, see if we can indeed find it. Who gave himself the President Steve Show Guest of the Year Award this morning? And we have Jeff, who we will go to. Hi, Jeff. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Preston, how are you?
Awesome, buddy. And I'm going to feel better giving you a prize if you can tell me who gave themselves the Guest of the Year Award this morning.
Was it Greg Fitzsimmons?
Twas. Yep, hang on, Jeff. And you get to go to Greater Philadelphia Pet Expo, which is coming. We're going to give you a 4-pack of tickets, by the way. Weekend of March 6th through the 8th at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center at Oaks. And you can get get discount admission tickets today at FamilyPetShows.com.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Oh. All right, the Grammy Hall of Fame is inducting 14 recordings this year, ranging from chart toppers to releases that never charted at all. Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. said each selection reflects the creativity, craft, and cultural impact that recorded music can carry across decades. We're honored to help preserve these works and celebrate the artists and communities behind them so their legacies continue to inspire generations to come. The Grammy Hall of Fame Gala will take place May 8th in Los Angeles this year. And I'll run down the inductees. So some of them are songs and some of them are albums. The album All Eyes on Me from Tupac will be there. The album Amor Prohibido from Selena is going in. The album Car Wheels on a Gravel Road from Lucinda Williams. The album Dreamboat Annie from Heart is going in.
So technically that would be the first album I would consider rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going through all the formats here. I didn't just focus on rock. The song Jesus Gave Me Water from the Soul Stirrers. The album Journey in Satchidananda by Alice Coltrane. The album Maggot Brain from Funkadelic or from P-Funk was going in. Album OK Computer from Radiohead. The song Orange Blossom Special from the Rouse Brothers. Eric B. and Rakim with the song Paid in Full. The album Pink Moon from Nick Drake. The album Rhythm Nation 1814 from Janet Jackson.
It's a good album.
The song Trouble in Mind from Bertha Chippy Hill. And finally, the song You'll Sing a Song and I'll Sing a Song from Ella Jenkins are all headed in.
No chicken banana?
Not yet.
Oh,
it's not
chicken banana.
God.
Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Banana. Banana.
Wait, do it again.
All right. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Banana. Banana.
Hong Kong.
Banana.
Hong Kong.
Banana.
Hong Kong.
Banana.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
All right, maybe that is going.
It works.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, people tend to forget that besides being an actor and comedian, he's a songwriter. It is Adam Sandler who is going to be recognized for that talent with the ASCAP Founders Award, which is presented to songwriters and composers who've made pioneering contributions to music by inspiring and influencing their fellow music creators.
This is through ASCAP?
ASCAP.
Oh.
Sandler's contributions to music and songwriting across comedy, film, and popular culture is what earned him the honor. ASCAP chairman of the board and president Paul Williams says, from Opera Man to the Hanukkah song to Grow Old With You, Adam's genius ability to seamlessly blend comedy and music helps us all appreciate the wonders and absurdities of life and love.
That wonderful song that he did with the tribute to Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Others who have received the award include Sir Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, Carly Simon, Billy Joel, Diane Warren, and Quincy Jones. So he is joining a select group of people.
Yes, very nice.
Andrew Rankin, the drummer for the Pogues, has passed away at 72 years old. The band confirmed his passing this week in a statement celebrating his musical contributions as well as his friendship, humor, and generosity. They wrote in the post, Andrew, thank you for everything, for your friendship, your wit, and your generosity of spirit, and, of course, for the music. Forever a true friend and brother, our thoughts and love are with his family at this sad and difficult time. So he had joined the Pogues in 1983, played drums, harmonica, and sang on tours and recordings, remaining a core member through their early years and reunions as well. Let me see here. Do I have one? No, two more things here. So Mudvayne and Hell Yeah frontman Chad Gray has added 3 more dates to his 30 Years of Madness solo shows after his Vegas debut sold out. The dates for the venues are in Vegas at the Fremont Country Club, Flint, Michigan at the Machine Shop, East Moline, Illinois at the Rust Belt, and Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Epic Event Center. Gray will play songs from both Mudvayne and Hell Yeah, backed by Hell Yeah guitarist Christian Brady and Mudvayne touring guitarist Marcus Rafferty. Tickets go on sale tomorrow.
So Mudvayne was the beginning stages of Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam?
No, that's Mudhoney.
Mudhoney, that's it, yes. It had mud in it.
And then finally, I got an email. I'm going to pass this along because I love the names of these bands. It says, hey, Preston Steve, sorry for bothering you. Or I'm a loyal listener, but can't call because I work at Paul Reed Smith Guitars in Stevensville, Maryland as a setup tech and can't call in from the shop floor. Anyway, I play guitar in an Alanis Morissette tribute band called Jagged Little Thrill. And we're opening for the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Ardmore Music Hall tonight. So you got 2 tribute bands.
I love that.
He said, if there's any way we could get a little butt plug for the show. This isn't technically a butt plug. Butt plugs are for charity events. Right. This is a music plug. That'd be great. Also, Dave Romani, who played drums with Sidearm at the last MMRBQ, is also in the band. Thanks, and that is from Chuck from Middletown, Delaware. So, Chuck, we'll throw that info out there tonight. Ardmore Music Hall, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and opening is Jagged Little Thrill. So just wanted you to be aware of that. All right, and that's what we have in music news for you this morning. We're going to take a break, come back in a second. We'll wrap up our show when we return. Stay with us.
The only place to get authentic MMR gear is at our new and improved rock shop at WMMR.com. Like the latest from the Preston and Steve Show, cardboard classic merch. It's a cardboard thing. Look, if you know, you know. If you don't know, well, find out now so you can be in the know. Order at WMMR.com by this Monday at noon, and you'll have it in time for the big event at Montage. Show the world you're a proud member of the MMR family. From 93.3 WMMR, everything that rocks.
Sports fan, I think it's telling that there's really no victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not. Well,
Right?
no. The victory was
You played really well.
he picked up a fumble and took it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or he had a strip sack or something like that.
You did a good thing there.
I think they got 3 wins that season, case or something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, a player just did something good.
They didn't win the Super Bowl. They didn't win a playoff game. They won a game.
They won a game.
But he was a nobody.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Who was able to make a difference in a game.
And
he got a couple of years out of a career out of it.
Totally,
So,
yeah.
And his friends and the bar and his kind of
These things.
The Elizabeth Banks, the girl who she was a Giants fan. Remember, she's from she didn't. And they thought we were going to get together, but they got together. It was very good.
Thank you.
We met a kid yesterday named Holden, and Holden is the son of one of the stars of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, what was the guy's name?
Greg Kinnear?
No.
Stink Fisher.
Stink Fisher, that's
Yeah.
it. So we met Stink Fisher's boy Holden yesterday.
Yeah,
And speaking of Greg Kinnear, he was good as Vermeil.
He was.
He was?
Yeah.
It was really good. So, Invincible, it's a good movie. All right, this one I never saw, Warrior.
Yes.
He has his number 8.
That is a really good movie. That's one of the first times I saw Tom Hardy.
Oh, that's the MMA movie?
The MMA movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 brothers, one from Philadelphia, one from Pittsburgh, battle in a mixed martial arts tournament, and in doing so learn how to love each other and come to terms with their family, turmoil, and the darkest mistakes and moments of their past.
It's not a bad movie by any stretch. It's a good movie. It's engaging.
It just sort of wraps up a little bit too quick. I actually just watched it for the first time maybe a month or 2 months ago.
They should have had 6 jars of farts.
Well, I just thought it just sort of wrapped up too tidily and too nice and very quickly.
Agreed. You know what, though? Here's the deal. Do you guys agree with this in general? Give me enough of what a good sports triumph movie should have, and I'll play along through the cheesy, hokey stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and Warriors did that.
And what this movie, so now that we have all these streaming things, so this movie just wrapped up too quickly because they only did it in a 2 hour
They were supposed to go
span.
into space.
No. But they did it they only had 2 hours to get this whole story together. And now, with all these streaming platforms, you can give it the treatment that it perhaps needs.
Basically what Frank Grillo's series did.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same thing. He was able to carry it out over a longer run.
Yep.
Number 7 on this list of best Philly sports movies, Creed. At number 7, and
Creed's great.
I liked it. I thought it was a really
And Stallone.
Here's what I loved in Creed, and slight spoiler alert on this, but Rocky's retired. He's definitely not fighting anymore. He's training Apollo Creed's son. But in true Rocky form, they find a way to make him train and fight again, but he's fighting cancer.
Yeah.
And they treat it almost like he's training for a boxing match. And I'm like, they did it.
Brilliant.
I'm like, they did it. They got Rocky to fight without fighting. He's fighting a battle of cancer. And I'm like, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was
like an analogy.
It was.
Wait, what?
An analogy. That's when you have hay fever.
How do you spell
That's
that?
an allergy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I thought
K-A-T.
I thought it was brilliantly done the way they handled that part of it.
Do you know what it's like in Rocky Balboa, Preston, the conceit that had the video game pairing.
Yeah. How did they make it happen?
Yes,
And they did it.
That was really well done.
And they also, in that movie, were able to introduce the word John to the rest of the world.
That is true. She explains it to them, and they start using it in the movie. And then number 6 on this list, I like this movie. It's a dark movie. Big fan.
Yeah, oh my God! Yeah, with Patton Oswalt.
With Patton Oswalt.
It was
Casey, you got
tremendous performance.
It's Casey.
I've seen the beginning of it.
As a football fan and somebody who will spar occasionally with Giants fans, you'll love the dynamic between those guys.
Only a little part of it takes place in Philly.
Yeah.
But he has a spat with a guy from Philadelphia Phil is what he calls himself, and that's
Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
And it's a dark look at somebody who really takes their fandom too far.
It's gotten away from them.
Too seriously.
It impacts their life to a ridiculous amount. But Patton Oswalt, I was like, that's my first time seeing him in like a dramatic turn.
Yeah.
I was like, he was really good in it. But yeah, Casey,
I'll give it a go.
It's a good movie, and it's an interesting dynamic. I don't want to give it away, but he gets put in a strange position where his quote unquote fandom takes over.
Yes.
You'll have to see it.
Plus,
but
there's a radio element to it as well.
Yeah.
So, like, dealing with sports radio and what they have to deal with, those guys down the hall, like on a daily basis, is an interesting dynamic as well.
But then also, the thing is, the radio callers, they start to become like their own character, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
They have their own nicknames that they've given themselves, and so they play into it as well. So.
All right, here's one I'm not familiar with. It's called The Last Game.
I saw it on the list as well. I'd heard the title. I've never seen it.
All right, so Kathy, this will be interesting to you because it's in Bucks County. He said it's a personal favorite. This documentary by a pair of independent filmmakers chronicles 1999 Central Bucks High School West football season.
Oh, yeah.
The final season in the storied career of Mike Pettin.
Yeah, Mike Pettin. So that guy had this long storied career.
Okay.
Coaching, was at CB West. And as a matter of fact, my brothers, when he played for Cardinal O'Hara, played against his team.
I think there was a lot of indication of steroid use and stuff like that, right? Is that what this documentary is, or no?
I'll read you the description. It says, from CB West rivalry with North Penn, coached at the time by Mike Pettin Jr., to the Bucks' dramatic run to a third consecutive state championship. The story had plenty of natural drama and intriguing storylines, and anyone familiar with the history of Doylestown and or CB West football, under Pettin, the Bucks were arguably the top program in the country and can attest to the film's accuracy.
Okay, so maybe that's not it.
He didn't explain that in this.
Didn't delve into that.
He did not delve. Thank you. All right, so I don't know if you consider this a sports movie or not, but number 4 is Silver Linings Playbook.
I could see where you could in a way because it's so essential to De Niro's character and it's a prominent character in the movie, and also, Bradley Cooper's. Is it technically?
No, unless you consider the dance competition to be a sport as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're constantly the movie revolves around watching the games and the betting
and
that's taking place.
superstition.
and
the rituals.
superstition as well. And you know what, man? I know it won all the awards and people loved it. I didn't really like it a whole lot.
So how many stars out of 4 would you give it?
Like,
you can do half stars if you.
Yeah, maybe like 2.5, and that's just on a personal thing.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't love the characters, but some people, like my buddy's daughter, it is like her all-time favorite movie.
So for me, 3 stars, enjoyable. I like their romance, the flawed characters, and that's it. Yeah. I agree it wasn't as massive as it was depicted as, but a good movie.
But it struck a chord with a lot of people.
Was
so.
it up for like Oscars? And
Yes.
stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she, Jennifer Lawrence, won an Oscar.
I couldn't remember.
Best Supporting Actress, right?
I believe
Didn't
so.
She win for that? Yeah.
Actress in a leading role.
Leading role. Yeah, that's right. That wasn't a supporting role.
It was nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor for Bradley Cooper, Best Supporting Actor, De Niro. So, yeah, a lot of nominations.
Okay. If we're leaving anything out, please feel free to give us a call. All right, 215-263-WMMR. These are the best Philly sports movies. This is Mike Cielski, columnist, who wrote this article. Number 3 on this list, strange movie, Foxcatcher.
DuPont.
Yeah, and I know they take a little bit of license with the actual story in it, but Steve Carell is just like gross.
He's goo-goo for Go-Go Puffs.
He is that. He's nutty. He goes over the top. But it's a
you don't recognize Carell too, by the I mean the prosthesis or whatever he's wearing.
Yep. And what's his name? Who plays the
Channing
wrestler?
Tatum?
No,
Anthony Michael Hall?
No,
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. He got really beefed up for that role.
yeah.
He doesn't. He's hard to recognize, but yeah, it's a messed up story, and that whole John DuPont going off the rails, mental illness thing,
Wrestlers in the walls.
Yeah. It's crazy, and it's kind of hard to watch. But another dramatic role that you're not used to seeing Steve Carell in. Number 2, speaking of wrestling, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
He considers that a Philadelphia sports movie.
So it's taking place in proximity? Is it? I didn't make the connection.
Well, Bon Jovi rounding out the show, 93.3 WMMR. It's 10:28. Program comes to an end, and we head out tonight for an event that we're looking forward to. It's been a little while since we've done Valentine's Day and Ladies' Night. We're headed to Parks Casino. We've given away the last of our invites, so apologies to those who didn't get on board, and apologies to our longtime sorority sisters. We don't have enough room for everybody at the event tonight, but hopefully we'll have another one down the road. And if you're a member of the Sisters of Pi, you're always a member, so hang in there. Something will be coming along. I would like to thank our guests on the show today. We have the new editor-in-chief of Philadelphia Magazine, Christy Lejeune, stop by.
Yeah.
And just kind of give us a peek into some of the direction that the magazine will be taking with her at the helm, and also an event that's coming up on February 19th at the Kimmel Center. It is the Philadelphia Magazine Wine and Dine event, and you can get tickets at phillymag.com/wine and dine. We had our old friend Greg Fitzsimmons on the program as well. He's at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. 2 shows on Friday, 7 and 9:15. There are tickets remaining for that. Saturday sold out. And there is a Sunday show at 7 p.m. And you can get the tickets at heliumcomedy.com. And Matt's getting ready for his program. Nice to see you.
I love listening to Greg.
Yeah, he's great.
Like, he golfed with Joe Pesci and almost OJ.
Almost OJ.
Like, golf with Pesci and not bringing it,
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude's got stories, man.
No, he's
Tons of them. Yeah, it's been on forever.
You got some stories from last night's game?
Well,
they lost by how much?
49.
49. I almost said 50.
They had a lead at once over 50. So we got it to 49.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Got to give them that.
Get it to 48. We got a shot.
Yeah.
We got it.
It wasn't the worst loss ever, though.
Really?
Yeah. And I've had a couple where I think one game we lost by 53. I think the worst loss ever was 56 points by the Sixers. So, but you know what it is? It's like all the Knicks fans come down and they take over the building. Everyone's like, how can you do that? Our seats are so much cheaper than the seats at the Garden.
Really?
Yeah. You know where I sit, right? So those seats right behind me, you can get them for like $800 a piece, maybe $900. At the Garden, they're like $9,000.
$9,000.
So I don't blame them.
Yeah. Come see their team here for much cheaper.
I mean, there was like 75% filled capacity late in the game. Like, that's how many Knicks fans were there last night. I mean, maybe that was a little high. I'm just saying it didn't look empty towards the end of the game. There were that many Knicks fans.
It was such a blowout that they took themselves out of the game. You're up by 30. What are you going to, you can't really, it's when it's a close game that they really are annoying.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I will say that the Sixers bench looked better than the Knicks bench when there was like bench versus bench playing at the end of the game.
I thought you said like the players sitting on the bench.
Well, that's how we got the lead down to 49.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's hard to hate the Knicks because they have all those Villanova guys on the team, and their general managers from here, and my buddy is the assistant GM. He played at Marple Newtown and Westchester. But so anyway,
letter of the day.
Did you guys play cake earlier today?
Yeah.
I love that
song.
You know who loves cake?
Who?
Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike is a cake fan?
When I used to do night,
he plays trumpet. So
he'd
that's
call me
why.
up. I'm like, what's up? Can you play some cake? I'm like, you know cake? I love cake.
He's got some really cool musical taste.
And he's naming all these cake songs.
Yeah, he's an accomplished musician.
Somebody died in cake, right?
Yeah, the former guitarist. He's the guy that wrote The Distance. Yeah, he died a few days ago.
All right. Sad about that.
Yeah. You look torn up.
You got any cake?
Letter of the day. You want to do
Yes.
that? All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
And the Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by The Letter.
R as in Rammstein.
All right. Rammstein. All right. We are going to give away a pair of pit tickets to see Stain break the cycle 25th anniversary tour with Seether and special guest Hoobastank and Hinder. And that's going to be Wednesday, September 16th, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Tickets on sale now. We'll give away the prize tomorrow morning. Besides that block of cake for Dr. Mike today. What you got going on?
That's a good idea. It's Michael McDonald's birthday.
Yeah.
So Doobie Brothers.
Awesome.
Maybe a Steely Dan song that he's on. I don't know which songs he's on from Steely Dan.
Peg.
Yeah.
He's on Peg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find that. And can you give me the date for Kyle Mack's Doobie thing? I want to.
It's not till June.
Okay.
Yeah, June 25th.
June 25th?
Yeah, Rose Tree Park.
Okay.
Definitely worth seeing.
And what's the name of
Minute
the
by
band?
Minute is the name of the band. Yeah,
Okay.
great group.
We got a block of Metallica and a block of the Bare Naked Ladies. It's the guy, I forget his name. He plays the stand-up bass in that band.
Oh, yeah. I forget too.
Jim, maybe.
Yeah, a good band.
Yeah, and D Student Trivia at 1:40, Lame Ass at 11:40, and Pierre's Vinyl Cut, The Power Station. Remember the guys in this band?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palmer,
John Taylor, Andy Taylor, drummer is, one of the all-time greats. And Tony Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
great group.
I guess Bernard Edwards. Oh, he produced it, but so we'll probably either
And, of
play-
course, the great
Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer is lead singer.
So we're either going to play Some Like It Hot or Bang a Gong.
Both are good.
Yeah.
Both are really good.
So that's going to be fun.
All right, Matt's got you. I want to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Show brought to you today by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also, Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and Papa John's, new pan pizza from Papa John's. You can get a medium one topping, just $11.99 at papajohns.com. Tomorrow on our program, Matt, we're going to have live music from MMRBQ artist Des Rocks.
Yeah.
Will be in our studio. It's going to be really, really cool. So live music performed here tomorrow. And from Stranger Things, Lucas, Caleb McLaughlin will be joining us. So the guy who plays Lucas will be on our program tomorrow. And it'll be no Sad Bro, too. And we'll have some stories from the party tonight at Parks Casino. That's it. We are done. So rage on. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow again. Bye-bye.
Preston and Steve
Preston and Steve.
on 93.3 WMMR.
Hey, everybody.